Kelly, can you hear me? My news. Do you guys hear me? Okay, you hear me. Hey, Nana T.
Hello.
I don't know how to do this anymore. Oh well. How's everybody tonight? Hi, Shay. What you up to, Nana T?
Nothing.
Oh, that sounds interesting, life.
Been outside fooling with my flowers.
Did you see the picture of the deer I sent you before?
Yes.
I threw carrots all over the front, and now there's carrots everywhere. They didn't eat them.
They'll get them in the morning. Or
She
they'll
says
come.
there's a ham. Oh, wait a minute. It's my. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta close my Bluetooth. Um, is that better, Shay? Hey, Ash Cake. Do you still hear the hum?
I do.
You hear it too.
Yeah.
I've got nothing on. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Now?
Yeah.
You
Up, they
still,
quit.
it stopped now, eh?
Yeah. On my end, it did.
Okay. I think it's because I put my earplug, whatever you call it, back in the box.
Okay.
So, guys, how's everybody doing in the chat? Mama T. So, I decided to go, Mama T, Nana T, to go live tonight because I haven't been live in quite a while. And I'm good, Kelly. The Gangster Grannies, we haven't been live either. We've been a few times in the last 6 months. And everybody here knows how my lives ended. Okay, so basically my lives were a complete shit show. Okay, that I didn't approve of at all. But I really didn't do much to stop it. So no matter what, I've got to take responsibility for it because I let it happen. I let it happen because I've realized that I got myself wrapped up in it. Okay, like a lot of people do. And I just fell into something. Okay. Anyways, after I stopped going live, I did listen to a lot of lives, like they say. What do they call it, Nana T? The window licking, whatever. And I was able to listen, but I mean, when you listen from the outside, where I wasn't involved, and a lot of things that happened on my life, most of what happened on my life, really didn't concern me, nor was I involved in it. It was happening on my life, but I wasn't involved in it. Okay. But in the last week that I went live, I was involved. Okay. And I believed a lot of things. Okay. I didn't believe wholeheartedly. And Nanati is here, and Nanati, if there's, I mean, we talk all the time. So if there's anything that I say that you think I'm not being truthful or I've said it in a different way to you, please feel free to interrupt and, call me out on it. So, but there was one person in particular that I unfriended. And that person is sitting in the chat right now. And I unfriended her because of things I was told that this person did. I re-added her in the same week because of something she had said to me. And I removed her again. And when I removed her from what I was being told that this person was doing. But in my gut, I didn't feel 100% that that was it. Okay? But I didn't know, because no matter what, in the times that I went live, I was never an inner part of any circle. I really wasn't. I mean, it was rare things were told about me. Towards the end, things were said to me about a certain person. And a lot of people said things to me about that person. It wasn't just one person telling me something. It was a lot of different people. Okay? And there was a part of me that did believe it because it came from people that I considered friends. Okay? But my gut didn't believe it. But I did it anyways. Anyways, after I stopped going live and listening to, every once in a while going in and listening to people's lives, at one point I got to the realization that what I had been told and everything that I had heard since I stopped going to my live, there was not one shred of hard evidence to back that up. Okay? And not only that, if I look at my relationship, why is it telling me to turn my camera on? I don't know, anyways. My relationship with that person before was, I can say, a casual relationship. We weren't close. We were not people who spoke to on the phone or anything, messaging here and there, but not somebody that I was really close to. Somebody who was in my life every day, okay, in the chat, but not somebody I was close to, okay? Not in that sense, not, like Nana T, where I speak to and we have a very good close friendship. We weren't like that. It says live visibility restricted. Okay, so I'm getting somebody's trying to shut me up. Anyways,
Judy, they said something new with TikTok that you've got to have your camera on.
I have to have my camera on. I'm
Yeah.
not putting my camera on. That's
Face,
not.
well, just face it toward the ceiling or something.
Okay, hold on. I don't even know how to do it. Oh, dear God.
Well, I don't either, but they're saying in the chat it's something other to do with TikTok.
Okay, what do I have to do? Somebody tell me what to do.
Just turn your camera on and turn it away from you or whatever.
Can somebody tell me how to do it? How do I turn it on?
Oh, somebody said Secret Garden says you can ignore it. I don't
Okay,
know.
it says ignore it too. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, where was I? I've lost it now. But yeah, so basically what I had heard after stopping my life, there was nothing that backed up what I had been told. And at one point, I started to, to think that, well, basically, when I did go live, one thing I've always said, and this is me in real life, okay, that I always judge a relationship based on the person. So that, I can have people, it could be whether it used to be at work or in my personal life, whatever, that, half the town could hate these people, could hate a person. But if that person respects me and treats me well, and I'll judge a person one on one. And I realized that I didn't judge that person one on one. Okay? And I reached out to that person months ago. Okay? And I apologized to her. Okay? I said what I had to say. And we made peace. Now, that's just going back months ago. Okay? And she actually forgave me, which I was surprised because I wasn't expecting that. Okay? Because I didn't treat her very well. Okay? And one thing I've learned on here is with all the bullshit that there is, okay? And I'm not a person who normally, I don't involve myself into that. So I will say that whoever could be listening, okay? And I'm talking about news if anybody's questioning that. Okay? I really don't, I've never seen anything to back up the stories. But more importantly, okay, I'm going to base my relationship with her on real life. Because TikTok, I really couldn't care less. Okay? And if I look at, I don't know, a year and a half, maybe two, I don't know, since the Lieutenant Dan story. Whatever relationship that I've had with news, which was very little when I was live. I mean, she'd come in my lives, whatever. But I mean, off the app was very little. I've spoken to her more off the app in the last few months than I ever did when I was live. Okay, and if I base my relationship on real life, okay, and TikTok, she's never disrespected me, ever. She's never done anything to me, yet I disrespected her based on gossip. Okay, so news, I know you're there. Probably, I hope you're awake because you're probably sleeping, but anyways, okay, I do apologize for that. And you know that I apologize. Okay? And one thing is for sure, if ever there's something, before I do anything stupid like, listen to anybody, I will reach out to you. Okay? And that goes the same for Kiato. Okay? So, and as anybody else that's sitting in this chat, okay? Shaded, I can say that I blocked you at one point in my life. And for that, I'm sorry, because you never did anything to me at all. Okay? Now, the reason I wanted to hold this live is that Nana T and I, and a few other people, we used to go live as the Gangster Grannies. And I would like to, start doing the lives again. And everybody's welcome. I mean, but one thing is I would like to make very clear. Okay? Any drama, any bullshit stays at the door. And this time, I've learned my lesson. Last time I didn't close the lives, and terrible things were done on my lives. Terrible. Okay? There's to the point where there's a place on YouTube where there's a whole bunch of lives there. Okay? I don't know who puts them there, but there's a site that has a whole bunch of them. And there's a whole bunch of my lives in there. And in the last few months, I've listened to every single one of them. And there's one thing I will say is that after listening to those lives, I was ashamed, okay, of what happened in my life. It should have never happened. Never. Okay? And it will never happen again. And I don't care who it is, it will never happen again. So, okay, Jay is here. Jay Dubs. He's another person that I would like to apologize to. Okay? And I mean, I don't have a problem with Jay, and we've spoken many times since then. Okay? But I lost my shit on Jay one night. And that was because that was because of something I was told that I shouldn't have been told. Okay? And I was lucky because he didn't tell me to go fuck myself, because he probably should have, but he didn't. Okay? So thank you, Jay, for holding back. Okay? And that's it. So Nana T and I, going forward, I'm not saying I'm going to be live every week or every month or whatever, but we would like to hold some lives. We would like to have fun too, but clean fun. Okay? The way it should be. Because I know that myself, when I joined TikTok, was to meet people and, all over the world, whatever, and have fun. It wasn't to hold a live where crazy things are being said, crazy things are being shown, and things to ruin people's lives. That's not why I joined TikTok. And that's not who I am. And the only thing, one thing I am very thankful for in all of the mess that I was a part of by holding these lives is the lady that's sitting up there has become one of my best friends in real life. So one good thing came out of it. Okay? So, and that's pretty much all I have to say. So if anybody got here offended in whatever happened in my life, I am sorry. I am truly sorry. Jay, why? Oh, who's watching basketball? Jay, you're watching the hockey game. Nana T, you got something to say?
No, not really.
If anybody wants to come up, News, if you want to come up, you're welcome now.
Laughter's won't me in.
Laughter, don't you stir the pot.
Well, he had requested. At least his picture
Oh,
was shown.
okay. Okay. If anybody requests, I don't even know how to do it anymore.
Don't ask me for help because I damn sure don't.
Dear God.
Oh, he said he didn't send
Oh,
a
yeah.
request.
Well, there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. So, what's everybody been up to? It's been a while. Teresa, you can come up if you want. I don't even know how to do this anymore. I'm so lost.
Well, like I said, I sure can't tell you.
I'm good, Laughter. How are you? Oh, okay.
Did you figure it out?
No, I'm completely lost. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Everything's changed. It's because I don't remember how to do it. Hold on. Well, there's Teresa. If anybody wants to come up, I'm trying to open the boxes even.
I requested where you could see what you were doing.
That ain't gonna help her none.
You're funny, Teresa. I'm telling you. I'm completely lost.
Well, me and Nana
Okay,
T are not helpful.
you will see a number light up. Oh, here, I don't know. Okay, now I figured out this part.
Well, I guess that's what you call the blind leading the blind.
Pretty much.
It is.
I used to be half decent at this. Anyways, Teresa, how you doing?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
Shoot.
Must be
So
getting hot.
listen,
Hey,
you
Laughter.
gotta, in order to get the picture thing, you gotta press your face, open up your box, and turn yourself into a gingerbread. That'll stop for
Oh,
10
I
minutes.
don't like the gingerbread. Okay, how do I put the 9 boxes?
You gotta go to, you don't have a mod in here?
Yeah?
They can do it. I'm sorry, the
Okay.
fan is on.
You changed them around.
Like I said, it's a blind leading the blind over there.
Oh, are you serious? It really is the. Hang on, let me mod someone else here too. Hold on. This is crazy.
Mod news and let her or Shay.
I
They'll
just
do it for you.
and Jay's a mod too, so he can figure it out.
I'm not even gonna lie, they do my shit too. I be getting lost too, Jude.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Changed.
Everything's changed. Oh, there we go.
He done something.
We did something.
I'm gonna jump down. Y'all have a great night, all right? Y'all
You
have
too.
fun again. Have fun again, Jude.
I hope so.
You got this. You got this. Promise you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's it. And then I have to. What's the camera thing? I'm not putting my camera on. Are you kidding? I don't want to be on the 6 o'clock news. And I don't like the gingerbread person.
You used to have your picture in there. I don't know. They keep changing the rules on us.
I don't know how to put my picture in there.
Well, I don't either.
Oh, it's not showing on the FYP. Oh, who cares? It's even better that it's not showing. News, come up. She has to write something in the chat. If she doesn't write something in the chat, I can't. Oh, here she is. Okay, I got it. All right.
I didn't know they changed everything.
Everything's changed. I don't know how to do anything anymore. So weird. Teresa, is it hot where you are?
Oh, it's cooled down now. It's been raining. But yes, it's been hot.
Year
Here,
two.
here it's freezing today. It was hot on the weekend. We had 2 days, and now it's cold again. And there's so many bugs, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah. The bugs are definitely out.
I was out for 2 days and I'm bitten everywhere, scratching everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, Shay, they're here. Like they're basically at my house. They're everywhere. Mhm.
You don't know,
There's a mother and her baby. I guess it's from last year, and I mean, at this point, I can get like within 3 feet of her. Mhm. But they're not scared of people. You see, like a lot of them are. They're not. They'll keep a distance, but they're not scared of you. Like I go out and feed them, and they'll keep that distance, but they don't run away.
That's why you've gotten so many because you've been feeding them. They've been telling all their friends.
Yeah, but I had the animal police. I don't know what you call that. I know what to call it in French, but in English I don't. And they threatened to fine me, and they've come back twice now. They keep trying to catch me feeding them. They think I'm baiting them, and it's crazy because where I am is I'm at the top of a mountain, I guess. But as much as it's like we're in the woods, but I'm not. There's like there's neighbors, you know. In the winter you see them, in the summer you don't. But and the neighbors aren't far, so they try to stop you because they think you're baiting them for hunting. But there's no way, like you could not hunt here. You'd end up like going through somebody's house. Like you can't. But no, supposedly you're not allowed.
That'd be the game warden here.
Yeah, it's like that. It's yeah, that's what it must be like that. Jay says it's animal control. Yeah, you're not allowed. But they're hungry, so
No, they're not. You keep feeding them.
I know.
Go get her some carrots and some apples and feed them, and she did. And she got in trouble for it.
I know it's your fault. It's your fault. Mhm.
Now
She
feeding
called
to
and told
all.
me. She told me the police come to her house. I said, "What the hell for?" She she said because I was feeding the deer and I got tickled.
Never mind. They wanted the fine. They told me
But
the
I
fine
told
was
her,
$10,000. I almost freaked.
I said, Jude, don't let nobody see you do it. She's out there in broad open daylight feeding the deer.
Wow. I didn't know you had to hide.
They're
I
not to
told her to
eat
buy
at
them a
night.
salt block. I said, get them a salt block and put out there because they like that. Well, she went and bought a salt block.
Mhm. Yeah, but I was out there the other day and I went walking like towards my neighbor and I found another salt block. So my neighbor has one too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not the only one. But then I found out the neighbor. So there's a we have a problem with the groundhogs. Okay, so I've got two living under the balcony. And anyway, so I was talking to the neighbor, and he's got some, and he's trying to get rid of them, but he's going after them with a pellet pew pew. I'm going. Well, you can't do that. He goes, I don't want them. I said, well, they're going to move to my house if they move out of your house. But yeah, he's getting fed up. So now I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, okay, they sell these cages or whatever to trap them. So I'm gonna try that because I gotta get rid of it. But the thing is that me, I'm feeding the like in I put the carrots and the apples twice a day. But I mean, before the deer end up coming, well, guess who's eating the carrots and the apples? The groundhog. Uh-huh. So, and then there's vultures. We saw vultures. So there's all kinds of these big birds. And me, I want to get a little dog, and I keep thinking one of these big birds is going to grab the dog. I think I have to go up a size on a dog. Hi, Hoss. How you doing?
And go up a size on the dog to keep the vultures from carrying it away.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. One flew over me the other day, and I was pressure washing, and all of a sudden I was like, I saw this big shadow on the ground. I'm going, what the hell is that? And I looked up, and this big bird was flying over. And then I'm thinking, I'm saying the size of those birds and the little dog that I wanted to get. I go, forget it, man. I'd never be able to leave the dog alone outside. I wouldn't be able to turn my back on it. So no, I don't think that's going to work. I have to get a bigger dog. Hi, Wanda. How are you doing? Wanda, if you'd like to come up. Kelly wrote, "Don't admit it on a live. Admit what?" Okay.
Feeding the animals.
I don't know. Oh, the fact of the feeding the deer. But I don't know why. I don't understand what's the big deal. I mean,
Me too.
Not like you're wanting to hunt them. You're
no,
just
of
trying to
course.
feed them.
And I mean, no matter what, whatever I could be feeding them, I'm sure they eat a lot more than that. But they make a mess, though. They like in the grass and everything. They really make a mess. I have to say. Teresa, if I were to ask you for a recipe for banana pudding, would you tell me that there's bananas in it?
If for my benefit, somebody asking about banana pudding, they ought to know it's got bananas in it. Am I right or wrong?
That's hence the name banana pudding.
There's
There
no,
you
she, no.
go.
When she gave me the recipe for banana pudding, so she texted me the recipe, and I'm looking at the recipe and I'm going, but there's no bananas in here. What the hell is she talking about? So I had to call her back and say, but you sent me the recipe, but like, this is not for banana pudding. There's no bananas in it. And at that point, she started screaming at me.
Well,
But
at
then,
that point, I thought to myself, well, why in the hell didn't she realize bananas went in banana pudding? I did not know the woman didn't know what banana pudding was. She didn't tell me she'd never had it. She just asked me for a recipe, and I gave it to her. Well,
yeah,
it
but you're
ain't got
giving me a
bananas in it.
recipe for, if you're giving me a recipe for chocolate cake, you're going to say there's chocolate in it. No?
Do what
Here
now?
you If I ask you for a recipe of chocolate cake, one of the ingredients in that cake is going to be chocolate. So if I'm asking you for a recipe for banana pudding, I'm presuming there's going to be bananas in the recipe. There's,
Banana pudding.
but there was no bananas. No,
Bananas is first in the pudding, though.
Teresa, she did it again today. She tells me on the phone about a recipe for strawberry dip. So she tells me all the recipe, and I'm going, but there's no strawberries in it. What are you talking about? And then she starts yelling at me. It was the same thing today. The recipe, Nana T, for the strawberry dip. There was no strawberries in there.
I told her she could dip apples, grapes, strawberries, or whatever in it.
Okay,
What?
but why? So but then it's not strawberry dip. It's just dip for fruit.
Sorry, I didn't clarify myself.
No, you called it strawberry dip. Mhm.
I know the next damn time I give you a recipe, I'll clarify myself.
Make sure to put even the name, what it's named in it.
But when she called me,
But
Oh,
about,
you're
Teresa, you know what? It's not just me. I've handed that recipe out to a few people, okay? And every time I've handed it, I just like text them, okay, what she texts me. And every single time, the phone and I do it on purpose. I just text what she texts me, okay? And every single time I share that recipe, the phone rings in 5 minutes. Well, there's no bananas in this pudding. And I go, there you go. It's not just me. It's not just me.
okay, I'm taking up for myself here. She calls me and she asks me about banana pudding. Do you have a recipe? Yes,
You,
I've got a recipe. I got a good recipe.
yes, that's what you told me.
I said, it was given to me by a 92-year-old woman. It's good.
Yeah.
And she said, well, send it to me. So I typed it out, texted out, whatever, sent it to her. Not knowing that this damn woman had never ate banana pudding. She didn't even know what banana pudding was. I did not know that. So I just sent her how to make the pudding. Because in my mind, I thought she had enough sense to put bananas and wafers in it.
You don't have to insult me.
I'm not, but you done insulted me. You thrown my ass under the bus.
Yeah, but you know I'm going to throw your ass under the bus. I mean,
But,
there's no
but
surprise there.
when she called me and she asked me about the bananas, I said, hell, anybody in their right mind ought to know they have to put bananas in it. And
Yeah,
here
but
she never had banana pudding.
no, I never had banana pudding.
Oh,
With us being from the South, we do not think about people that's never heard of it.
absolutely.
You forgot
Absolutely.
the bananas and the vanilla wafers.
But I thought she would know that you had to put bananas and wafers in it.
How am I supposed to know that?
If you'd have told me you'd have never had it before, that would have been different. But I
But
assumed you was just wanting to try
I'm
another
asking you.
recipe.
Oh, you figured I just wanted to try another recipe? No, no, no.
Yes, something different.
Oh no.
Something made from the South.
That had the
You know you'd
taste.
never ate it. But on top of this, her family loved it. In 1 week's time, she made over 12.
Yeah, I've been making it like nonstop. I made it not long ago. I made it for. I had some friends over, so I said, "Let me make it." You know what I did? I ate the whole thing in the afternoon, and then I ended up going to get like pastries because I didn't have any dessert. I ate the whole thing. No, the recipe's fantastic. I'll give you that. But you have to know, and I mean I've shared it, and like I said, people they call me and they go, "But I thought that this is banana pudding. There's no bananas in here." We don't know that.
I did not know that. Hell, I thought everybody ate banana pudding.
No, I've never had it. I think yeah, it must be from the south because I hear like I've heard it so much from on lives or whatever from the south. So I'm not like I mean everybody I'm sure it's not just from the south, but it seems to be a big thing in the south. That's the impression I get.
That's like today I was eating strawberries and I'd said something other, it was this afternoon, I'd said something other about making the dip for my strawberries. I said, but shoo, I got to stay away from that shit because that's fattening. And she asked me about the dip and I told her how to make it. Well, it ain't got strawberries in it. It's a dip. You dip your strawberries in it.
But you called it strawberry dip. You told me
I
I make
did.
a strawberry dip.
I did.
Okay, and then you gave me the ingredients. And I said, but there's no strawberries in there.
You can dip apples, grapes, anything, any fruit in it.
Okay, so it's not so then it shouldn't be called strawberry dip.
Let me clarify myself. It's a strawberry dip.
What if she had called it a fruit dip?
Yeah,
And then you would have said there's no fruit in it.
and that's true too. That's true too.
Absolutely. She's always got a comment to make when I try to tell her something.
But it
Most
must
of
be
the
good though.
Canadian thing. They trying to make us look dumb down here.
Evidently.
Well, like I'm the dumb one since I didn't know that I had to put bananas in banana pudding. And she made sure that I knew that I was the dumb one too.
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't call me dumb, but you said, like, come on, it's banana pudding. Don't, like, don't you know you have to put bananas in it? And you didn't say it that nicely either.
I just said I thought anybody to right mind would.
I did not know. But that banana pudding, though, I have to say, is the best. It really
It,
is good.
it's good.
I put that March snow water all over my bug bites today.
Well, does it feel any better?
So far, not really. Well, I got a
I,
few. That is, I don't understand. I got a few new ones, and I don't know where I got them because it's been cold the last couple of days, and I don't know. I'm full of bugs, bug bites. It's crazy.
I don't. Well, I've been sitting outside a lot. I hadn't been bit by nothing yet. So, and hey, they love my blood. They'll suck my damn blood plumb out of my body.
It's these,
Mosquitoes and everything else. And I've not been bit so far this year.
it's these little black flies. They're tiny, tiny, tiny little flies. They're black. I remember when I had the horses. They used to all gather around the horse's face. So, like, we always had to keep the fly masks on them at this time of the year because of that.
I don't know. I don't see no little black bugs. Maybe that's just up there where you live.
They're Canadian bugs, that's
Yeah,
why.
there you go. We don't have
Yeah.
them kind of bugs in the south. We got skeeters.
We have enough down here, so you keep them up there.
Yeah.
You guys got snakes. Hi, Mama T.
Yeah, we got
Apparently,
snakes.
apparently they don't like cold weather, so they don't go up there.
No, they would freeze up here.
Good. I'll
But
send them all up there to you.
I was just gonna say that we could just
That's a
ship them
good
up
place.
there.
That's a good place for them to go, right across that border.
Yeah,
But in the lake, there's snakes in that lake.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Now,
dear Lord.
you got water moccasins up there in the lake.
yeah.
Are they,
They're,
are they venomous, those snakes?
yes, ma'am. They're deadly.
So how do you people swim in the lakes?
You just jump out there in the water. If you swim in the lake, I don't swim in the lake.
Is there
If
a
I
lot of
can,
people that swim in those lakes?
oh, absolutely.
And they're not afraid of the snakes?
Well, I know.
Oh, dear Lord, no, there's just no way. There's just no way. And last year, when Mama T last year, she used to take
No.
little man to the
Mama T,
creek.
she keeps throwing me under the damn bus about that banana pudding.
Not, oh, no, she was another one that laughed at me. So, but you remember when Mama T last year, she used to go to the creek with little man.
Yeah.
And is there snakes in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Holy oh, no, no, no.
He was out there splashing, having a good time, keeping them run off.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah,
Anywhere you go around here, Jude, you subject to see a snake. I mean, they're not. They pretty well stay away from you because they're just as scared of you as you are of them. But still, you do see them. When I see them, I run.
yeah. I usually go the other direction
Amen.
quickly.
And if you standing in my way and get knocked down, it's your own fault. That's your own fault. I about killed my grandson out here in the garage. I know it was 3 or 4 years ago. Went out there in the garage and he shut the door. And when he shut the door, there was a big old black snake curled up on top of the door. And he said, "Look, Granny, there's a snake." Just as calm. And I looked up and seen it. Well, hell, I come out of that garage, run over top of him and everything else.
Oh my God. No, no, no. What's the biggest snake you've ever seen over there?
Oh, boy, you scared me.
Well,
Like, did you
I,
see snakes like 5, 6 feet long?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh my God.
Um, Up there at Mama T's about, I don't know, it's been 7, 8 years ago. They killed a rattlesnake. That sucker's big around as my arm. It was under their lawnmower. Big old snake. I think that's the only one they've seen up there, though.
But that's what I don't understand is like all these, like you people, you let your kids play outside and there's snakes. How do
Jude,
you
they're
let the,
not out in the damn yard playing with them.
but you,
I
like,
mean, they don't come out as much as you think they do. They're just as scared of you as you are of them. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. I ain't gonna take the chance of playing with one of them. 'Cause I'm going the other way.
oh yeah, no, I couldn't.
I'm going the other way.
But even like the horses, none of the Mama T has the horses. They're not afraid of snakes. Like if a snake would bite the horse.
I now that I don't know. That I don't know. Now I know they've had a goat to get snake bit her on her milk bag, but one whole side of it rotted off. It didn't kill her,
Ugh.
but yeah, I guess they could get bit. I don't know. I mean,
Oh yeah.
up there where the horses are, you're not. I don't guess you're subject to see one up there, but if they're down over the hill, yeah, I'd say that you get down in there, you might see one. But I don't go down in there, so I don't worry about seeing them. If they're up at the barn or up at the top of the hill, then yeah, I'll go pet them, fool with them. I ain't going down that hill.
In the barn there must be snakes. Because there's hiding spots in there.
Well, now that I don't think they've seen one in there. I don't reckon. I ain't heard nothing about it if they have.
But
But
do they have like here we have, let's say for bugs or the the exterminator will come and he'll spray outside, like I know they can spray for spiders and they can spray for, I don't know, different bugs. Do they have stuff that you could spray outside for snakes?
no, Mama T said in the chat that if you've got a black snake hanging around, typically you have no poisonous snakes. And she says there's a black snake that lives up there under her porch. She said every year she sees him coming out and going down off the hill. He'll come back wintertime.
I can't believe. And she's not afraid that that thing could come in the house.
Well,
But
you,
why? Okay, why would there be no poisonous snake if there's a black snake?
there's a black snake, a killer poisonous snake.
Or the black snake is more dangerous than the poisonous snake?
No, the black snake's not going to hurt you.
Oh,
They'll
it's not
cause
gonna.
you to hurt yourself, but
Okay,
they're not going to hurt you. But they do kill poisonous snakes.
okay.
Yeah, she said mothballs is good too.
Wow.
You just stay out of their territory, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, that like that. That's freaky. No, we don't have anything like. I mean, if in the wood, there's nothing here that's dangerous. Not that I know of, anyways.
And you have no snakes whatsoever in Canada.
They have there's we have grass snakes. It's not true that we don't have. There is well, I mean, where I live, let's say, I've seen once in my life grass snakes, but the thing was maybe I don't know 6 inches long.
We
Okay,
see black snakes here, green snakes.
it was. I don't even remember what color it was. It was years and years ago, and that's it. It was they're small. I don't know. That's the only time I've ever seen. Not something that you look for or anything.
Well, I
But
tell
no,
you what, a friend of mine's granddaughter, I'll pick up a green snake and play with it, and she's 5 years old.
a friend of mine years ago, he used to own a pet shop, and he had I don't know some kind of snake. It was a big snake. The thing was like 4 or 5 feet long in the pet shop, and I had held it, but held it once and for all of 3 seconds. It was the feel and the coldness. It just disgusted me. Like no, take this thing away. You know,
It had to be a boa constrictor.
I don't know what the hell it was, but it was like no, it was the feel and it was cold. It was just disgusting. No, but to see them outside, I saw one once in Italy. We were on a hike and it was in the rocks. It was far, and somebody pointed him out. And it was like, I remember it scared me. No, let's get out of here. It was, and you could tell it was big. You know?
I just ain't gonna go where they're at. Try to stay away from them.
Do you have a lot of them, Teresa, where you are?
Yeah. The black snake hanging out around here somewhere. I hadn't seen him since I've been back here, but I know he's probably here. Which I'll keep him around.
But are you able to look at, like, are you able to tell with, like, what snake, what type of snakes they are? Like, do you know them? You're able to differentiate them?
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, kinda. A rattlesnake is gonna have rattlers on it. A copperhead is gonna smell either like cucumber or copper if you get close to him. And a black snake, of course, he's black. Then you've got these. There's some that's considered a black snake, but they look almost brown. There, and then your green snakes. But they say if you get close to a copperhead, it's either going to smell like copper or it's going to smell like a cucumber.
Hmm.
I ain't never been close enough to smell it, but that's
And
what they say.
I read somewhere that if the snake had slanted eyes, like
It's
whether,
poisonous.
okay, that's it. And if it has round eyes, like
It's
something like that.
non-venomous. Yeah.
Why
It,
looking no snake's eyes? I'm not gonna get close enough to look in his eyes.
no, I ain't either. I ain't either.
You could tell by the shape of their head too.
Yeah.
If it's a rounded head, it's non-poisonous. If it's a triangle shaped, it's poisonous.
If it's okay.
I
Teresa, have you been in the lives with that guy there, Gary Wayne?
I have a few.
Yeah, it's quite something.
I usually miss them.
It's been going on all day. It's quite something. Amazing bunch of people.
Tracy, did you hear where Kyle Busch died today?
I did.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
Yes, it was. I heard there on the news this afternoon when I first heard it. They said he was hospitalized with something wrong with him. He was sick, but they've not said what kind of sickness he had. But they just said he was sick and he died from it. But they're not saying what it was.
I heard that he had been sick for a few days.
Yeah, more if he had um, that new virus that's going around.
Oh my goodness. I hope not.
Yeah,
Did you
that's what.
hear? They're even talking about the other one there. What's it called? Ebola or something? Is it that one? There's
Oh,
another one coming out of Africa, and supposedly, I don't know, I saw something about it on Fox News. But the WHO has put out a big warning on it.
hmm.
I think it's Ebola, and that's not a good thing. Well, it's crazy. All these viruses all of a sudden keep coming out.
Well, they said he died with some kind of sickness, but they're not saying what it was.
He might have had cancer too.
My dad's pretty big into NASCAR, and when I heard that this afternoon, I called him and I asked him had he heard it, and he said no. And I said, well, I heard it on the news, and he said, I don't believe half the shit they tell on the damn news. They're all liars. They just lie, lie, lie. And before I got off the telephone, they had breaking news saying that Kyle Busch had died. And Daddy said, well, hell, I guess he did die. I said, I tried to tell you. He don't watch the news. He said they lie too much.
On the news, they lie too much. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You can't believe nothing they say.
Well, it's kind of true sometimes.
He does have a point.
I might
Yeah,
could see it if he watched CNN and Fox and all that bullshit. But he only watches local news. And he does that. He says he has no choice because my sister watches the news and she's just as dumb as he is. Couldn't either one of them tell you what was going on. But I just knew he was, he's pretty good, always been big in NASCAR. And he didn't know it. He didn't believe it. All you the news will tell you any damn thing. And before I got off the phone with him, they made the announcement that Kyle Busch died. He said, well, I guess he did die.
that's too funny.
But they're not saying, what it was. He was young. He was young.
He was 41.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really young.
Awful young.
Unless he had a heart attack or something.
Well, I don't know. He just raced week before last. He was supposed to be racing in Nashville next Saturday or Sunday, next Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, that's because that's really young.
Yeah.
It's sad when people, so young. But
Now, isn't Teresa and his brother Kurt Busch?
Uh, Younger brother.
Yeah. I knew it was Kurt and then Kyle. I
Kurt
thought
and
his name
Kyle.
was Kurt. Yeah, I think he younger.
Kyle was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, he had two. He had a brother, and they were both racing.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
NASCAR racers.
Okay. Who's this guy? Motors. Hi, Murph.
I don't know who half of the new drivers are.
Me neither. They so many new ones.
I know it. I used to go to Talladega all the time.
Yeah, my dad and his son-in-law used to go up there a lot. Well, every year.
So why don't you take your dad to one of the races? Is it near your house?
The one next Saturday will be about 20 miles from me.
So why doesn't he go watch the race? He wouldn't like that.
Jude, there ain't no damn way I'd take him to a NASCAR race. Hell, the damn race would be over time he walked his ass in there.
Get him, put him in a wheelchair.
Bullshit, I ain't pushing nobody in a damn wheelchair.
Send your sister. Send your sister to take him.
Well, she'd love that.
Huh?
He might not make it to the race.
He might not.
She's not going to push him in a wheelchair either. She's going to take off out there.
Well, just
Hell, they go.
tell them to leave like 4 hours before the race starts.
It takes him 30 minutes to walk in the damn doctor's office. I can just imagine walking from the parking lot to that racetrack. Not me.
You don't have any patience, that's why.
Not for him, I don't. It gets on my nerves.
But yeah, maybe no. But I'm trying to be serious here. But maybe he would enjoy that, like a day out. He never gets out of the house.
You
You're
can't
always,
get you can't get him out of the house.
yeah. But you say he likes the NASCAR, so maybe if you tell him
He
like we're
does.
gonna go, right?
Well, he'd find something wrong with it.
It'll be too hot. It'll be too loud.
Yeah. And it'd damn sure be too hot for me to sit there, so this old fat girl don't like to get hot. She gets hot now. She's looking for some air conditioner somewhere.
Well,
You're not going to find that at the racetrack.
No, ma'am, you're not. All you're gonna find is sun.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. And you guys are so hot over there.
We've done hit 94 degrees twice here this year.
Well, could you send some of that heat up here?
It won't make it across the border. It'd have to go through customs first. and then it'd be done cold air.
By the time it gets here, it's gonna be cold.
Yep. Yeah, Bert, the races are loud.
Yeah, but the old man is probably half deaf. He won't hear it.
He can't hear shit now.
Okay, so, but I'm serious. Like, it would be nice for
It
you
would.
guys to take him to the races. If it's
It probably would be.
you're always telling him to go out, in like to get out of the house.
To
But
go
he
sit
won't.
in the yard.
He won't even go sit on the porch.
I know, but maybe he doesn't like to go sit on the porch. Like the races is if it's something that he likes, you know. Hi,
Put him a
JM.
TV. Put him a TV out on the porch, and he might sit out there.
Oh, yeah, there's an idea.
You put his recliner out there, he might.
Well, get him a recliner and a TV, and he'll go outside.
And then when you put the recliner on the porch, hell, everybody be calling him a hillbilly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking. With the recliner on the porch.
Now, if you put his recliner on the porch now, he'd go out there.
He'd go out there, but if you put the recliner on the porch, he's gonna end up sleeping on the porch.
Oh, that's where he'd be sleeping. He thinks because he's almost 88 years old, he can't do nothing. He's got himself convinced he can't do nothing. He'll be 88 in July 5th. So he claims, that he can't do nothing.
Yeah, but okay, because he's got nothing to he's got nothing to look
No,
forward to.
not since my mom died. No.
No. Maybe suggest to him, say, how about you could go to the NASCAR races, have lunch, have some hot dogs or whatever they sell at the NASCAR races, have a beer. Maybe he would like that.
But he won't go.
Trying to get you to go out in that hot sun in the loud NASCAR race.
Yeah, but he's deaf. He's deaf, so he won't hear.
I'm talking about Nana T she has to do it too.
Well, she's going to the tanning salon, so if she can go to instead of paying the tanning salon, she'll get a free tan.
If I was to take him to NASCAR, he'd damn sure foot the bill because I wouldn't. The tickets probably cost you $200 to get in the gate.
Okay, so let him foot the bill.
It is gotten so expensive you can't even go anywhere.
No, Murph, we're still gangster grannies.
Oh, I haven't even been reading the chat.
Murph says we're just grannies now. I said, no, we're still gangster grannies. Just think in a few years it'll be us sitting on the recliner on the porch.
I ain't gonna go as far as putting a chair on the porch. Now, I might put me a hammock out there on the tree, but other than that, it ain't gonna be no damn recliner.
You're not gonna put a recliner on the porch. Oh my God. You laugh, but years ago here there was a big flood, and my in-laws being the Italian hillbillies that they were, so the basement had gotten all flooded. Okay, there was like 3 feet of water in the basement. So the next day, or a couple of days after the flood, whatever, on that street, all the neighbors had put all their furniture from the basement on the front lawn to dry. Okay. Well, where do you think that that furniture, once it had dried, everybody's furniture ended up back in the house? And I remember telling my mother-in-law, what the hell, man? It was sitting in toilet water. Okay, and now it's back in the house. Everybody put it right back in the house. So you talk about a recliner on the porch. Trust me, my in-laws weren't any better.
JM, I seen that live that night. I had scrolled through it and I stopped and I heard that live. I don't know who the girl was, couldn't tell you who she was, but she did not give me that name. You did. And I didn't say anything. I just scrolled on out of there. But you're the one gave me the name Nana T. And I don't know who she was. Do you know who she was? Because I sure don't.
What are you talking about? That Nana T name.
Yeah, JM give me that. I don't know who she was. Couldn't tell you who she was. But I said then that girl didn't know what she was talking about because it come from you. I don't know D. It seems like I do know DD. It seems like I do remember that, but no, she didn't. That came from you. What, 2 years ago, year and a half ago? In fact, when I heard that, I'd said something other to Mama T about it, and Mama T said she did not. JM gave you that, and I said, well, that's what I said, but I did hear it. I heard a few other things in that live that night that I ain't gonna mention, but it was a bunch of bullshit. But anyway,
Well, that sounds about right. I don't know what live you're talking about because, but people usually make up a lot of things.
oh, so now you're gonna own up and tell me you're the one snitched on me for being at Tommy's live. See, I didn't even know who done that, but now thanks for telling me. She never told me who told on me. She just said she got a call. So you just told on yourself.
What the hell were you doing on Tommy's little panel?
Well, that was the first night that I went on Tommy's live, I reckon. And next thing I know, Tasha done popped up in a box next to me. And she said she come in there to protect me or something other than to protect me. Where you gonna protect me from? And she said that somebody woke her up and told her I was in there. I didn't know who it was. She never told me who it was. And JM said she was protecting me. She's the one told her.
It's too funny. Oh my God, AI says a group is debating on merits of a recliner on a porch. But that's one thing though about Mama T. Like she knows everything. Like, oh my God, we can't hide anything.
No. I think she's got my house bugged. That's the only conclusion I can come to. She knows what I'm doing before I even do it. She watches out for her mom, I guess.
I was fixing to tell you that. At least she's looking out for you.
Hey, I look out for her too. You mess with one of my kids now, that's the wrong thing to do.
That's true.
That's all I got is my kids.
We were laughing, Teresa, a few weeks ago. Okay, because sometimes, like, me and Nana T, we would listen to certain lives, whatever, through the months, and
Not real sure, JM.
we'd hear things, and then she'd go tell her daughter. But everything we thought we were giving information that nobody knew, but everybody knew our information, and we'd laugh. There's nothing we can say that nobody knows. By the time we to say it, everybody knows.
I'm not real sure how far she's out from her new place. I don't think it's gonna be much longer. I know she's excited.
It's really going to be beautiful out there, though. The land is incredible.
But it is pretty out there.
Yeah.
Or does she mean how far will she be away from you then?
Probably about 30 minutes. That's what I don't like about it. She's probably somewhere around 30 minutes. And that road that well, shit, it ain't a road, it's roads. And every damn one of them is as crooked as a snake, so you couldn't get there quick.
But it's really pretty. It's like, and I mean, for the horses and everything, it's fantastic. It's all flat land. It's gorgeous.
Yes, it's close enough to go daily. And what I like about it out there is she ain't got nothing or nobody around her but trees. Hell, her driveway's down not a half a mile long. So she gonna be in her own little cubby hole. But it's real pretty back there.
Well, she only has one kid at home now. It's true. One of their kids, I remember she was saying that last year she was getting ready. She was sending him off to university. I remember that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, time flies. Tasha's birthday was Tuesday. And no. Yeah, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. And I was up there Tuesday and I had to look at her and say, how old are you?
Oh my God.
I did. Because I'm sitting there and I got up Tuesday morning, which it wasn't a good day Tuesday, no way. And I got to thinking, I thought, damn, how old is she today? And I couldn't think of it. Well, I didn't go on and think nothing else about it. And when I went up there, I looked at her and I said, how old are you today? And she got to thinking, well, hell, Mom, I got to figure it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but she was 42. I'm like, good Lord, time flies.
Yeah, no kidding. But I mean, even I remember for 2 years when I was, towards the end of my 50s, for 2 years, I was 2 years older. I was a year older than I actually was. Okay, I don't know. I added a year and I kept it going for 2 years. And at one point, it was like a cousin of mine, we're the same age. And we were talking about ages. And when I said my age, she goes, what the hell are you talking about? She goes, you're the same age as me. And I'm going, oh my God. It was 2 years I had kept that going, that I was telling people I was a year older.
Murph, if you're 29, I'm just 31.
Yeah. Murph, how's the baby? She must be big now.
Yeah, I forgot he's a grandpa, ain't he?
Yeah, she must be like, at least 6 months old. That's for sure. No, she was born in November, I think. I think it was November she was.
That's funny. Said she's 6 months.
6 months old, yeah, November. Yeah, because at one point you forget your age. You don't even know how old you are.
Yeah. I try not to think about mine, but Tasha's youngest one, he reminds me all the time. He calls me old and forgetful and everything else.
It's when they tell me, oh, you're repeating yourself. That drives me crazy. The.
That 12-year-old Latasha's, honey, he has no filter. None whatsoever. He's that much like his mama. He just tells it like it is.
Like his grandmother, too.
He takes it honest. But I got him now. I told him for every time he called me old from here to his birthday, that was one less dollar I was going to spend on him.
That's so terrible. I know, AJM, when you're yelling at your kids and you keep bringing out the wrong name.
Yeah, I get Tasha's middle one and little one confused. I'll call him bruh, and he'll just look at me because we call the little one little man, and I mix him up all the time, and he'll correct me real quick.
But you'll call him what, bruh?
Bruh, yeah. That's what I call Tasha's middle one. He's been called bruh since he was born, I reckon.
Oh, okay, it's his nickname. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I heard bro, and I'm going, what do you think? You're 20 again?
No, that's just what we call him. He got that name pretty much when he was born, and it's just stuck with him. And then, of course, little man, we call him little man, so.
Finally, just come in the fucking.
Today I called him a donkey. Well, I call him a donkey quite often. And he looked and he said, well, why do you call me donkey? I said, well, it sounds better than jackass, don't it? And he said, no, not really. I said, well, come on, jackass, let's go.
Oh, they won. Jay, they won? And that's they must be going crazy downtown. It looks like Canadians won the game tonight. 6-2. Oh, God. This is, Jay, is this the semifinals or quarterfinals? We just might get the Stanley Cup this year. Semifinals. Okay, good.
Yeah, I done missed my darn ball game. Well, I'll be darned.
They haven't won the cup over here since like in 30 years. It's been forever.
I don't get into hockey.
I'm actually looking forward to the soccer, the World Cup.
I don't want to get into soccer either.
Not really into soccer, but I'm into the David Beckham, so and Neymar. It's more European, the soccer.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting on football too, but in the meantime, I'll watch the fast pitch on TV.
When you say fast pitch, is that regular baseball or?
I forgot I put myself on mute when Bear started barking.
So you've been talking to yourself?
Yeah,
Did you
I'm gonna
answer?
jump down. I'm gonna jump down and go let him out. It quit raining.
Watch
Yeah,
the snakes. Don't let the snakes bite you.
Oh, I'll have a light on out here. Y'all have a good evening.
Okay, you
you
too,
too. Good to
Teresa.
see you.
You too. Hope to talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, we'll send you the message when I do it again.
All right. Bye.
Good night, Teresa. What are these people talking about?
I think hockey. I don't know.
Wrestling? Yeah, so I don't even know what they're talking about. Oh, I think it's boxing.
I don't get into that boxing either.
No, me neither. I don't even get into the football. Martial arts, Jude. Martial arts? What's martial arts?
It's like karate. That's what they call it.
UFC. Isn't that, oh, whatever. Maybe it's that cage fighting or something. Now they're talking about T-ball. What's T-ball?
It's little kids playing softball, baseball, whatever. They
Oh, and
call it.
they put it on the stand there. They put the ball on the stand, and the kid hits it off of that.
Some people, well, some places do play t-ball that way, and then some has adults pitching to them. Just really depend on the league they're playing in.
Okay. Who's my babies? That person keeps joining, in and out, in and out.
I have no clue.
Hi, my babies, whoever you are. Oh, it seems to be some lady who has babies.
Yeah, that's a lot of times here with the t-ball. You've got an adult pitching to them, and then sometimes they hit off of a tee.
You know what? I was supposed to make my cookies. I didn't make them yet. And now I have a craving. And I'm sitting here saying, do I get up and go make them?
Well, I thought you was going to the store to get the stuff to make them.
Got everything. But then when I got home and I started the live, it was like, okay. I mean, tomorrow's Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got graduation to go to tomorrow night. Oh, I dread that. Hope it ain't raining.
But he goes into high school next year?
No, Little man won't know. He still got quite a few years before he even hits high school.
He's in what grade now?
5th grade.
Okay, so he's still in an elementary school.
Yeah.
Murph doesn't have a job. He can't afford cookies. Which did you get canned again? I'm actually really in the mood to make those cookies, Nanity.
Yes, Jay, it's my future granddaughter.
It's not her graduation tomorrow?
Yes, she graduates tomorrow night.
Oh, it's to her. Okay, I thought it was Little Man tomorrow night.
No, I told you
Oh,
that was
well, because you had the party on the weekend, so.
last weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so the party was before the graduation. Okay. I thought it was Little Man.
No.
Christy is a nurse practitioner. Wow, I didn't know that. God bless her.
JM said they doxed the wrong person. Are they still doing all that doxing shit?
What's Big Move? If only I. Oh no, that's Jan. Never mind. And a wound specialist. Impressive. Nurse practitioner in Canada, man, they're in big demand. Murph, are they allowed? Is she allowed to write prescriptions for certain? Well, it's for certain things, but here they're allowed to write prescriptions.
No, I don't think she's a nurse practitioner. I think they doxed the wrong person, JM said. I think that's the way I'm reading that.
Yeah, but Murph said she's a nurse practitioner. I think she
I think
is.
no, he's laughing down there. She ain't no nurse practitioner.
Oh, she's not. Okay.
No, they doxed her, I reckon, the wrong person.
Oh God. But she works. She works in healthcare, though. I think. Oh, that's too funny. None. Look at what he wrote. You'd have.
I see that.
I'm not sure. Oh, she's here, Mama. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Over here, I don't know what the English word is. Préposé aux bénéficiaires. Hang on. English word. What's the English word here? A PAB, but I don't know what it stands for. Personal. I don't know what it stands for actually. But even here, the over here, when COVID hit, they brought up their salaries over here like crazy. Those girls like préposés, I don't know how to say it in English. That's why. But these girls are making like nearly $30 an hour over here now. They're making big money. Oh, traveling a nurse here, like it's a lot more. When I left, I mean, there was people they were coming in and they were making more than we were. Yeah. Hmm. They put her in school for 10 years. Oh my God. Well, at least they played her up and not down. That's a good thing.
My lights are flickering for some reason.
Well, but you can always go back and finish it. No, it's never too late. That's true. And in today's world, man, the nurses are so much in demand. It's crazy.
Well, after completing the fire academy Tuesday night, I missed my callings, all I can say.
You would have liked it?
Oh, yeah. I just missed my calling.
Yeah. It's when we get to this age. Do you find at this age you think about those things of what you could have done in life versus what you've done? Like
Well,
sometimes I think about that.
I pretty well love what I done. I mean, I've done it for a long time not to love it, but I did. I loved it. But I still say I missed my calling after completing this fire academy this week.
And that's a dangerous job. Say whatever you want, that's a dangerous job.
Yes, 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 yes. I agree. I will agree. I learned a lot in 6 weeks, I'll tell you. I didn't think you could teach no dog new tricks, but boy, I learned a lot the last 6 weeks.
And firefighters, it's changed so much since, like, I don't know much about firefighters, but like when I was younger, a fireman was a fireman. You know, he took care of fires. Now they've become first responders, and they're basically, they're on the site first, and if there's any injuries or something, they have to take care of it. It's everything's changed so much.
Yeah. Now, if you get into the bigger cities like Nashville and you got Murfreesboro, I'd say Memphis, all down in there, Knoxville, Chattanooga, they have to have a EMT, a paramedic, and an EMT on the fire truck when it goes out.
Yeah,
So a lot
exactly.
of that's required. Yeah, it's required for you to be a EMT, a paramedic, or whatever on the fire department now in your larger cities. That's one of the
Okay.
requirements you have.
And in the smaller, no. In the smaller cities, it's not the same. Like it doesn't work out the same.
Well, here we have 9 times out of 10, if the fire truck goes out, um, the ambulance is going too, and you got a paramedic and an EMT on the ambulance. But yeah, it's not a requirement here.
Okay. It's a good job. I know a few firemen, and like most of them have, they'll be a fireman, and because of the hours that they have like side jobs. Like a lot of them are in construction. They have their own businesses, doing construction or house repairs or something. But a lot of them have their own like sideline businesses.
Yeah, yeah, that's like it is here. A lot of the firefighters here they're all just volunteer. I mean, every bit of it's volunteer. And of course, a lot of them's got jobs they work during the day or at night. And it's hard, if you've got something big that happens, you don't really have a lot of firefighters to respond, because they're at work.
Right.
So it's kind of hard.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
Like I said, over the last 6 weeks, I've learned a lot. It's amazing. It was amazing. But I got my diploma, and I got out of there.
That's pretty cool.
Mama T graduated on her 18th birthday when she graduated high school. And then her and I both graduated the fire academy Tuesday night on her birthday. She said,
That's
"Wow,
pretty
that's
cool.
odd." I said, "Yeah, it's odd that it fell, the graduate night fell on her birthday."
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, oh, I think it's raining. Yeah, it's raining hard. Well, shit, I could have saved my water and not watered my flowers and let Mother Nature water them.
Well, they'll be more than watered.
Yeah,
Well, at least if it rains tonight, you might get in luck for tomorrow night.
yeah, it's raining pretty good right now.
Wow, JM. A whole week of rain, that's a little too much. Mind you, here it's still freezing. I think we've had like 3 nice days since the winter. That's it. It's still freezing.
Boys, I hope y'all got big bladders because y'all ain't going outside now. It's raining.
Is the hurricane, not a hurricane, but is the tornado season and all that finished for you guys now?
No, it ain't even started yet.
Or hasn't even started?
I don't think that starts till June. I think somewhere around June, but we don't have hurricanes here. But I think it's June.
That's crazy what you guys go through with that.
We don't have them here. That's just on the coast, Florida.
Not the hurricanes, the tornadoes. I remember last year there was people like on the lives and everything hiding in bathrooms and the sirens and
Well, that's tornado. We get
yeah,
tornadoes here. Yeah, but hurricanes is on your coastline.
yeah. But the tornadoes must be crazy.
Well, we've got rain here all through the weekend. And I think maybe Monday and Tuesday of next week they're calling for rain.
But you see, us normally the rain is more in April, and May is usually nice. It's usually a lot warmer than it is right now. Like it's going down to zero like freezing. It's freezing tonight. There was frost warnings all over the place. We're still in like getting frost warnings at night.
Oh, well, we had them normally. I don't know, maybe the first part of April, our weather starts changing. We start warming up. But shit, we've had some cold nights. I think we've hit 40, 38, 40 degrees in May, and that's very unusual. We've had several cold nights in May that we don't normally have.
Yeah, the weather's all screwed up.
Now, Mother Nature's just had her drawers in a wad. She's bipolar one, I don't know which. But she's been all screwed up this year.
That's too funny. JM, you've seen a tornado? She's still here? It must be like wild to see that.
I've not seen a tornado, but I've seen the damage they can leave behind. And devastating in itself.
Yeah, I know. When you see it on the news there, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Is there been any news on the old lady there? What's her name? Guthrie?
I haven't heard anything new in probably a month, I don't guess.
Nothing came out of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything on that. There for a while, that was the main topic, but anymore, I hadn't heard anything.
Imagine her family, like, she's been missing now for what, 3, 4 months? That's just crazy.
What, she went missing in February?
It's been a
Was it,
while.
was it February? I don't even know when she went missing. Back
It's
in
at least,
February.
yeah, it's at least 3, 4 months.
Yeah.
You know? And the daughter, she had to return to TV, and oh my God.
Okay, JM, good to see you and good night.
Good night, Jan.
Um, yeah, Savannah's already back. She's been back at work for, I think she went back in April.
Yeah, she went back a while ago.
Yeah. But when that news died, it died. I mean, nobody's talked about it.
Yeah, you don't hear anything about her anymore.
Yeah, you could go on TikTok and see lives, talking, everybody putting their 2 cents in on it, but they just, I mean, them lives is just quit. I mean, it's quit.
It's sad. It's really sad. I mean, the poor family that don't know what happened to their mother. It's
Yeah.
sad. And the guy today, okay, that's what I was thinking about. Why did they give him a year? Like, okay, they didn't do it today because they couldn't find his veins. But why a year? Like, why did they wait a
Well,
year?
see, I think it was back in 2000, they stayed all executions. I can't remember. It was something other over the drugs they used or something other.
Okay, then
And
I remember hearing something about that
yeah,
because yeah, somebody had I don't know, they had done one, and they had, I don't know how it came out, but it looks like the guy had suffered, and then it was like a whole big thing in the news and everything.
yeah. But now today, they had trouble hitting the main artery. They couldn't get a main artery on him.
Well,
And
yeah, if
then,
you didn't eat in 3 days or drink in 3 days, yeah, that's a big problem.
yeah, but they couldn't hit a vein. And I think they tried and they said it bled, whatever. And his attorneys, uh, I reckon they were throwing a fit. I mean, I don't know. But the attorney general stayed the execution and they put it off for a year. Now, I'm not sure why they put it off for a year, but now everybody was saying that they were using expired drugs. Said the drugs they were going to inject in him were expired. Now, that I don't understand. I don't understand that. At no point have I understood that. How can they keep an expired drug and use it?
No, they shouldn't.
But they were saying that the drugs was expired. But
But what I don't understand, and I mean, I don't understand it because I don't know anything about it. So it's not because, and here we don't have the death penalty. But here's my question: if let's say you're a person and you're found guilty and you're given the death penalty, why do they wait so long to do it?
I don't know. I don't know. That's like Gary. He's been there 32 years.
Yeah, like
30,
if they're going to give you
35,
the death
32.
penalty,
Yeah,
why don't they just
I
do
don't
it and
know.
get it over with?
I don't know. But there's not a whole lot of states, and I'm not quite sure how many it is. I think it's 7, maybe 8 that still have the death penalty. A lot of states don't have it. A lot of states
Oh,
don't.
oh, so the death penalty is not in all the states.
No, no. I think it's 7 or 8 states that still has the death penalty. Um, and the rest of them don't. It's just life in prison.
And let's say, I mean, use Gary Wing just as an example. If it was a state that didn't have the death penalty and he was given life, life is what, 25 years?
Yes,
So he would be out by now.
absolutely.
Holy shit.
Absolutely. Well, and I tell you something else, and I've always heard this and never thought anything about it until today. But when they did not get the injection in him to kill him, to me, that's a failed attempt. I mean, they did stick him. They said it was blood coming out of his arms and everything else. They did stick him. But I was always under the impression that if it was a failed attempt and say they injected you and you did not die from the injection, then you got up and you was a free man. Let's see, Tasha looked it up today. We were talking about it and looked it up, and it had only been one man, and his name was Frank. Oh, shit. I don't know. Anyway, she looked it up. His first name was Frank. They went to kill him, and he survived it. And he got to walk out of prison because it was a failed attempt. And he was a free man because he lived. And me and Tasha was talking about that. And now there's stipulations put on that. But I was always under the impression if it was a failed attempt, then you was a free man. But when she looked it up, I don't know, there's 3 or 4 stipulations to it now.
And no matter what, if you look at, if he didn't eat in whatever 3 days, okay, and he didn't drink in 3 days, the prison guards would know that he didn't eat or drink, right?
He
Okay, because
refused all food.
exactly. So they knew. Okay, if that information was relayed to the proper people, and let's say got to a doctor's ears, anybody, a doctor or a nurse would know if he hasn't eaten and he hasn't drank in 3 days, it will be very, like, you can still get a vein, but you need somebody who really is good, really good. Okay? It's not just anybody. It's the only, okay, it's not just because you do it once in a while or whatever. You need a nurse or whatever. I'm not going to say a doctor because they don't do this, but a nurse or a person who spends their day drawing blood. Okay? They're good. But somebody who does it once in a while is going to have one hell of a time. So they would have known that he didn't eat or drink. So the
Yeah, but the
person
thing about
who,
it, the thing about it is, he refused all meals.
Yeah, but if they really want, they like knowing that, they would have known that to access his veins would have been harder. Okay, would have been harder because he hasn't eaten or drank, especially drinking. Okay, they would know this. Okay,
Well,
if you're a person, let's say you go to get your blood drawn for blood tests, okay, and the nurse who's doing it has problems. The first thing she's going to tell you is, okay, we're having problems, whatever. Sometimes they're going to poke around, whatever. But she's going to tell you, next time when you come for a blood test, make sure you drink a lot before you come in. It's the first thing she's going to tell you. So the jail, the people, whether it was, the guards to report to the doctor, to report to whoever they needed to report to, they had this information that he wasn't eating. Okay, so the person who tried to inject him today, okay, is it a person that injects once every 6 months? No kidding, he's not going to be able to do it, or he's going to have a lot of problems doing it.
yeah.
So this poor guy who was strapped to whatever, a chair, a bed, whatever, however, okay. I mean, how many times did they go in and poke around before they gave up?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, his execution was to be at 10 o'clock this morning. Normally, 30 minutes, it's over. They're coming out, giving the time of death and everything else. But when 10:30 come, there was nothing. 11 o'clock come, there was nothing. 11:30, nothing. Nobody was hearing anything. The news channels wasn't. They were reporting, but they wasn't reporting they were having trouble until about 12. I don't know, it was somewhere around 12 o'clock. They were saying that they had told that there was a problem. They were having trouble. But nobody knew what kind of trouble they were having. Everybody thought that they were waiting on the Supreme Court to come down with a ruling, because they got at 5 o'clock this morning, the Supreme Court was contacted with a plea to do a stay of execution. And they had to review everything. Well, they're not going to do that in 2 or 3 hours if they sit and look at stuff and read it. So they just kind of felt that the Supreme Court had it, and, they were reviewing it, and they were to halt it until they come down with their final decision. Well, when they came down to their final decision was to go ahead, that's when it was reported they were having trouble injecting him. They couldn't get a needle in him. Now, I'm not the brightest cookie in the cookie jar, but I'm going to tell you something. That man has been in prison for 32 years. He's been there since 96. And he's been on death row. And he has researched, read books after books probably. And I just feel that he knew what he was doing and why he was doing it. And I can't help but to believe that.
It's very possible.
I can't help but to believe that, because they couldn't hit a vein. For the simple reason, maybe he was dehydrated.
That's exactly what it is.
And they couldn't hit a vein. Well, he had to know how long that he had to go without liquid to have those veins to be hard to hit. And I just feel that over the years, he's researched and has come to the conclusion, well, if I don't drink for X amount of days, then they're not going to hit my veins. And I can't help but to believe that's what he done. All I can say, if he did that, he's a smart-ass man. He's smart.
Well, here's another question I have, which Gary's been there for 35 years, and you said that this guy's been there for 32 years.
He's been there since 96. Gary's been in there since 90, 94, 93, 93,
So,
I think.
so why would Gary, like, why would they do it to him first, and like, and then not Gary?
Well, to be honest, I don't know how they pick which one goes. But see, they executed a man back in January. I can't remember what his crime was, but anyway, they executed him. He was a black guy. All right. His son, do you remember when Tasha and them went to Nashville and had that rally there at Capitol Building
Yes, I think so.
back in January? Okay, the guy that had been executed prior to them going, his son was there in Gary's defense. His son came there. And he was the first one. And then this Tony Cruthers is number 2. And then they've got this woman. Now, they said the next execution in Tennessee was in August. But now I was thinking hers wasn't until September. But evidently hers is in August. She's the next one. And she'll be the first woman in the state of Tennessee to ever be executed. And then Gary's is in December. And how they pick which one goes first or last or whatever, I don't know. I don't know how they pick them up. But they're supposed to do 4 this year.
Wow.
Now today, with this failed execution, they give him a year stay. So I don't know if they will halt him again to research, to do more study on it or whatever. I don't know. Nothing like that's come down tonight. I figure over the next week or so, they liable to stay. And if they stay all executions, then Gary's will not be December the 3rd. And that's what everybody's hoping for. But with these new lawyers coming on board, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months, he'll be out.
Well, that's the thing, is that, that's the thing. You want him out, not just, not just to stay. You want, like, God forbid, let's say they don't do that, but they leave him inside for forever. That's not a life either.
This guy today, he will go back on death row. He will go back to death row. Now, he's probably already back in his cell asleep, but he will go back to death row and wait another year.
But just that's like torture, no? I mean, the poor guy, like, I don't know.
Well, this morning I was thinking, and it was, I went to the tanning bed. It was about 8:30. And I was listening to one of the lives they had going about it. They had a vigil for it and everything else this morning on the live, and I was listening to it. And I looked at the clock and I thought, well, here it is, 8:30. He had an hour and a half, and he was going to be dead. Now, if I'm sitting there in an hour and a half, know that they're fixing to inject me with a medicine that's going to kill me, I can just imagine what was going through his head.
Can you imagine, eh?
There's no way I could imagine what would be going through his head, knowing in an hour and a half, your number's coming. And then it didn't happen. And I can't help but to think that man knew what he was doing. I just, he would have to tell me himself that he did not do that because he knew they wouldn't hit a vein. That would have to come out of his mouth. And then I believe I'd have to tell him he's lying. I just feel the man knew what he was doing.
But these guys that are on death row, okay, like what is their life in there? Do they spend all day in a cell, or do
No,
they,
no,
get out
no.
and, go to the
Well, now,
cafeteria or whatever? I don't know.
my understanding is Gary gets to go to the workshop, which that's where he does all of his woodworking.
Okay.
There, I kind of think they've got free will or free range in there because they're in a total separate spot from other prisoners because they're on death row. It's a different section, building, whatever, because they are on death row. They have their cells. They get out of their cells, I think, somewhere around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. The doors is open, and he goes to the wood shop. And to hear him talk, he stays in there quite a bit. They go back to their cells for their food. And then I guess they can go back, but they have to be back in their cell at a certain time. My understanding is they have free range, but they still have certain times they have to be back in their cell.
Okay. And do they eat in their cell, or do they have like a cafeteria or something?
They have a cafeteria, but I don't know if they have a cafeteria on death row.
Okay.
That's the reason they try to keep money on his commissary card. Now, a hot dog, just a hot dog, cost him $6.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's just a hot dog. Now, when Carolyn goes and sees him on weekends, they always eat lunch together. She'll buy hamburgers, hot dogs. That's how I know the hot dogs are $6. And the food is very, very expensive. Very expensive.
But is she allowed to stop and get, I don't know,
No, 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 no.
she can't bring anything in?
Nothing. Nothing. She
So
has to go through 4 checkpoints before she even gets to Gary.
holy shit.
Yeah, there's 4 different sections that she has to go through in order to get to where he's at for visitation. When she goes through the gate or goes through the door, it's 45 minutes before she ever gets back there to him.
And do they deduct the 45 minutes from her
Yes,
visitation
ma'am.
time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, a bunch of assholes.
Yep. And she said it takes approximately 45 minutes for her to get from coming in the door and going through all the checkpoints. It's 45 minutes before she can get in there to see him. But she gets to stay. If she goes at 8 o'clock in the morning, she can stay to 12. If she goes in at 12, she can stay to 4. And she spends that time, whatever time she goes in, she spends that time with him. Whether it's morning or afternoon. She spends all that time with him. She said they play cards and talk and, she cannot touch him. If she touches him, she's allowed to kiss and hug him when she goes in, and she's allowed to kiss and hug him when she leaves. And any other time in between that, if she should happen to put a finger on him, she won't be able to come back to see him no more. They suspend all of her visitation if you touch him while she's, if you lay a finger on them while they're there. So it's just a lot of different rules that, she has to go by. And if she breaks one of them rules, then she don't get to come in and see him. And I've learned that, through her.
Yeah, I think I've heard that her say that too.
Yeah, I've never went to prison to see anybody. I've known a couple people there, but I never did go see them. But they suspend all of her time if she's caught touching him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is absolutely crazy. And the time that this poor guy has had to stay there, 35 years, my God.
I know it's been rough on him.
But just think about it. I mean, it's not a year or two. It's 35 years, man.
Yeah, yeah. And see, she even stated the other night that he has asthma real bad, and his asthma was, kind of acting up on him. And she said he does that when he gets nervous, emotional, or whatever. And see, they were going to take him from Nashville to Sevierville, which is from Nashville's probably a 3-hour drive. And that'd be the first time that he's been out of that prison since he went in.
He's never been out for any reason.
Nope. Not since he went to prison.
Wow.
And I think, she was worried about him making the trip because, of his anxiety and everything.
Well, yeah, he would, I mean, after all these years that he's been inside, you would take him out to whatever, to go to the doctor, whatever, and the guy would probably be, wishing to be back in the jail.
Well, see, they don't
because
even...
it's his home.
They don't even take him to the doctor. They've got their own hospital there.
Within the jail.
Within the prison, yes. They got their own doctors. They got their own hospital. It's all right there. They don't take them out of that prison for nothing till they die. Wow. They don't have... I mean, like I said, they've got doctors that comes in. If they need doctors, they got a hospital building if they need the hospital or whatever.
So if they need surgery or something, will they do it?
They do it there, I reckon.
They do it there.
Now, this is just my understanding. They do not come out of that prison for nothing. It's all done right there. It's all done right there. And see, they don't even... Now, I know our jail up here, they don't even let these people that's in jail here have shoes. They wear these old croc-like shoes. Rubber shoes.
But that would be for what? They don't want them to have laces to hang themselves or what?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
And inside the jail is he allowed to wear his own clothes or he has to wear a jail uniform?
He wears jail uniforms.
Wow. It's the saddest story I've ever heard, seriously. And I don't understand for the life of me how the law or whatever, the judges, the lawyers, whoever, are could be so crooked, and where there's doubt that this guy got a death sentence, and there's doubt, there's big doubts. I mean, even for me, and I know nothing about the law, but you listen to the lives, and you hear so many doubts. How could they do that? Like, how?
I
you
have
know
no clue. They don't have a conscience, Jude. I mean, I'm for the death penalty. I feel if you get out here and you murder an innocent person, elderly person, child, or whatever, and they sentence you to death, then yes, you know what? Put them to death. But
but
when you're on death row and you've kept your same story for 35 years, and then you've got court dockets, numerous transcripts, numerous, you just don't know of the paperwork that has gotten and read through what I have seen and read through. There's no way this man done it. There's just no way.
the sad
And
part is that nobody gives a shit, and they would actually just let him, like, let this take place.
absolutely, they don't care. They don't care. It's you take an attorney, they're there for the money. Because if you get a criminal lawyer, they're going to cost you. Now, these lawyers that they got, they don't even talk to you till you hand them $200,000. And that's just to get them to talk to you.
Yeah,
That's not the case.
and that's the thing, is that you take a person, okay, like the $200,000, that's in today's world, but you take a person who ends up being accused of a crime like that, okay, a serious crime like that. He's not sitting with no $200,000 in his bank account, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what is that person supposed to do? He gets a court appointed lawyer because he's got no money.
Yep.
Okay, if you're accused of that type of crime, I'm sure most of your friends and family turn their backs on you. Okay, so you're left completely alone in the world.
Yeah.
And then what happens? You're not sitting with that kind of money, that's for sure. It's just terrible.
And it's even in the court dockets. I mean, in the transcripts from the courts that the district attorney told if we do not try them both together, Gary and his uncle, if we don't try them both together, we do not have evidence to convict Gary Sutton for anything. But if they try them together, they had the evidence that they had on his uncle. So they tried them together. But the district attorney said, and it's even in the court transcripts, if we don't try them together, we don't have evidence to convict Gary Wayne Sutton. That's the reason they were tried together. And then, of course, you got Carolyn saying where they were at for the whole weekend, what they were doing the whole weekend, but yet her testimony didn't mean shit. They still tried them together. And then the coroner gets up there and he just freaking lies like crazy. But he was suspended from all duties prior to this case coming to court. But he still was allowed to testify and give his testimony, which was bullshit.
Oh, he was, and the accusations against him were prior to the court hearing.
Yes, yes.
Nice, even better.
It didn't have nothing to do with the case of Gary Wayne. These were other cases that he botched up, didn't know what he was doing, and he was disbarred. But yet he still was allowed to come to court and testify that this body was how they found the body. There's something other they called it mortis.
Oh, rigor mortis.
Yes, that it had done set in. Now they found the body, and he wasn't swelled. They said he still was leaking blood and everything else. That man hadn't been dead long when they found him.
No.
But according to the coroner, he'd been dead 4 or 5 days, which was a lie. He hadn't been dead that long. Now, if your body lays there for 4 or 5 days, especially in, well, it was cold weather, so that may have had a lot to do with it, but your body's going to swell. You're going to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And being where he was at in the woods, varmints hadn't even started eating on him. So, it was just a lot that he lied about. And it's all in the transcripts. And then right after this, he was completely disbarred. And he left Sevierville, and he went to, oh God, he's since died. But I think he went down toward Memphis, which was probably 200-300 miles from, it was a little over, maybe 400 miles from where Sevierville is. And see, they interviewed him. One of the news stations here interviewed him, and it was back, no, it was 2020, I think. I don't know. I seen the interview, but I can't remember. Where it was at. But anyway, they had a news reporter to interview him. And the news reporter asked him about this case. And do you know that son of a bitch looked at him and he said, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
He'd ask him another question and he said, I don't know what you're talking about. And the reporter said, you don't remember this case? No, can't say that I do. He denied everything. That interview, oh my God, I'll ask Tasha tomorrow where that interview's at and see if I can't find it or let you log into it, or maybe I can send it to you. But yeah, he denied everything. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't know what you're talking about. And that's all he could say.
And he lost his license.
Yes.
Did he ever get it back?
No. He moved, like I said, he moved probably about 400 miles from Sevierville. He went down somewhere close to Memphis, which Memphis is west of us. But he went that way. Now, did he still practice medical? I don't know. I don't know if he was a medical examiner when he went down there. I don't think so, because he was disbarred. I mean, he couldn't get his license back.
So he was disbarred over things that happened before Gary Wayne.
Yes. Yep.
And yet, oh, wow.
They still let him testify in court as the medical examiner.
Serious bunch of crooks down there, man.
Yeah. It's just so much to it. It's just I tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy. If the governor would take 3 sections of this transcript from court, there's 3 sections. If he would read that, he would know that Gary's innocent because it tells it right there.
And in all these years, like, they can't do that?
He could if he would, but our governor won't look at it. That's the reason they're having to hire these lawyers, is because the governor will not look at it.
Yeah,
That's
because
just
the governor probably looks at Carolyn and they don't care about her, you know?
well, see, that's like this guy that was getting executed today. Governor Lee wouldn't step in and stop it. He said he wasn't, he was not going to put in a stay of execution, and he could have stopped it. But when he found out that it was botched and it didn't go through, he give a year stay on it.
Incredible.
I've always said in law enforcement, it's not who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's like that today. It's like that today. A lot of shit's done under the tables. A lot of stuff.
It's sad when you think about it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy how that has, but he has stuck to his story for 35 years and never swayed one way or the other. And I just feel the man's not guilty of what he's accused of, because you're looking like today, this guy getting executed. Gary knowed come December, he's going to be in them same shoes. But yet,
Exactly.
he's still stating his innocence. And if I was the one that was fixing to get executed in less than 7 months, I would be wanting to make myself right with Jesus. Plain and simple.
Well, exactly, because, if you're, let's say, on death row, who cares at that point, like that you say you're innocent, or you say if you did it, who cares? They convicted you. Exactly. Just, I mean, it's not going to change anything in your life. Even if you say you did it or you didn't do it, they're not letting you out the door. So who cares?
That's right.
Okay. But I mean, and the uncle, you think the uncle could have, like, made his peace and, let it,
I've said, just for the transcripts and stuff that's been read, what transcripts that I've seen and looked at myself, and Tasha has been over every single one of them. The uncle done it. I feel the uncle done it. And he carried Gary down with him.
that's something. I mean, when you think about it, that's something when, you take somebody down with you, you're not asking the person to do 6 months in jail here. You're taking their whole life. And the uncle, say whatever you want, he was a lot older than Gary, or well, he was, had to be older.
He was old.
Okay. I mean, Gary was a kid when this happened. He was young.
Yep. Yep.
He took his whole life away. I mean, that's something.
He doesn't know nothing but behind bars. That's all he
No,
knows.
that's all he knows.
That's all he knows.
And even, let's say he gets out. I mean, it's not going to be easy to take the institution out of him.
No, no, it won't. No, it won't. It'll be hard on him. Be very
Yeah,
hard on
yeah.
him.
Because he's totally institutionalized. That's all he knows.
Yep. That's all he's ever been. You know.
Sad. It's very sad. And to think that he didn't do it, even worse.
I know a
That's
guy right now that lives right here, and his daughter and Tasha, which his daughter's name is Tasha too, they grew up together. They went to school together. They graduated together. They run around together. Now, these two girls was close. Her daddy killed a man right down the road from my house over drugs. It was all over drugs. And he took the pew pew right between the eyes, dropped him right on the ground, drove off and left him. Do you know how long he got in prison for that?
no.
18 years.
That's it.
And he's out. He's free man. He's been out of prison now for probably, oh, I'd say maybe 4 or 5 years.
Incredible.
He was a pallbearer at my husband's funeral.
So how come he can get out and this guy here's given the death penalty?
I have no clue. But now, Danny Ray done this. He done it. Right down, Jude, I could, if it hadn't been for all these trees, I probably could have seen the day he killed him. My husband come home and told me, he said, you ain't never going to guess who they arrested for this guy's killing down here.
Okay, watch the language. We're gonna get shut down.
I said, who? And he said, Danny Ray. I said, they ain't no damn way. There's no way. When his kids was born, he was in the delivery room. And when his kids was born, he passed out the floor. Both of them. He passed out. And then he goes down here and puts a pew-pew to a man's eyeballs and pulls the trigger. I couldn't believe Danny Ray done it. But he got 18 years. And like I said, he's been out, I'm going to say 6 years. Every bit of 6 years. He done his 18 years and he come home.
Wow.
He got home and spent approximately maybe a year with his mother before she passed away. And he got about a year and a half to 2 years with his dad before his dad passed away. He
Yeah,
had
but at
2
least
kids.
he got something, and like you say, he actually did it.
He done it. But it just goes to show that they don't always get life or death penalty for it. He got 18 years.
Yeah, he didn't even get life.
No,
I wonder why they choose some they give life and why some the death penalty.
I don't know.
Like, what is it that makes their decisions?
I have no clue. They say it's the severity of the crime. Certain things is put under death penalty law.
Yeah, but this guy here shot somebody between the eyes. I mean, like,
Yep.
how much worse can you get than that?
No. But he served 18 years and he was in the same prison where Gary Wayne's at today. Same prison. But he wasn't on death row. He didn't get the death penalty. He only got 18 years and he served his time. And on that 18th day or 18th year that he got out, they opened the gate and he was a free man. He walked out.
Wow. Well, let's hope that they can, you know. Do you know what the total is that they've collected so far?
It was almost 22,000. And they had, let's see, somebody, one person donated $2,500.
Wow.
One person. Um, Carolyn said tonight that there is another donation coming in for $500. She hadn't got it yet, but she does know it's $500. Um, and there was a couple more donations that people were mailing to her, and she hadn't got them yet, so she didn't know how much they were. But her and Tasha is walking into the lawyer's office tomorrow afternoon with almost little over $22,000 to give to the lawyers.
Amazing.
And they're hoping they accept this money and go ahead and start working, because there's other things that they're doing to try to raise the money, to get the 50,000.
Well, I'm sure you walk in with 20 grand, they're going to listen to you.
I don't know, these guys, like I said, sit down just to talk to them, you have to pay them 200,000. But they told Carolyn with $50,000 they would take the case.
Yeah, okay. So in 24 hours, she's gotten 25,000, 22.
Yep.
So,
But again, you cannot go and hold another live for donations, because these people's done donated. They're not going to donate again.
no, but they can go to, I mean, they're branching out. They keep telling people, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Don't know how much the t-shirt sales are. She hadn't tallied up all the t-shirt sales. There was something other else that wasn't that they were doing. Oh, there's 3 battles that's coming up on TikTok this weekend. One tomorrow night, one Saturday night, and I think there's one Sunday. And these 3 women that's having these battles, everything she gets in the battles, they're going to donate to Carolyn. Whatever's made off that live, they're going to donate to Carolyn. So they've got that coming up. There's still a lot of things that they're doing.
Carolyn must be freaking out that they've managed to get all this money.
She can't do nothing but cry. She can't do nothing but cry. Honey, they even had Mama T crying last night.
You know?
So they couldn't believe it. I mean, they just rallied together, and honey, when they did, it was unbreakable force.
They were going, and I think last night they went all through the night.
Till about 2:00 this morning, or in the morning.
No, they were still, when I got up this morning, they were still live.
Yeah, they had just started back about, I think, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd say they're on it tonight too.
But it just goes to show you that, TikTok can be used for good, not just for fucking evil.
That's right.
And there's a lot of people out there that need help, that are, that legitimately need help. Okay? It could be many different reasons. But if people, put their heads together and stop with the bullshit and, the evilness and do like this, work to help somebody out, put your energy towards something positive.
Yep.
Oh, I don't
But
know.
people's not going to do that.
Nope, nope. Rather sit here and talk about stupidities.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the side of TikTok that Tash is on now is one large group. They all together. They don't even get in there and dog ass one another, nothing else.
No,
They work
no.
together. And I'll have to say that, I see, you've got Doors, you got all of Doors people, you got all of the true crime people, you got Casty's people, you got She Country's people,
Yeah.
Tasha. I mean, you've got the whole, I mean, they're all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was over 400 people in Tasha's live tonight.
Yeah. It was last night or today. I don't know. At one point, I was listening, and there was like over 800 people in the live.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you've got people from everywhere that is pulling together for this man. This man does not realize. Carolyn says he cannot comprehend what people are doing for him because he's never had nobody to do nothing for him. Nobody's ever tried to help him. Nobody has ever believed him.
And you know what the thing is too? Okay, think about this. Is let's say Carolyn tells him the amount that's been raised so far, right? Well, he's got a mentality of 35 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that amount? If you take like, let's say 25,000, okay? What was $25,000 worth 35 years ago? It was worth like close to 100,000.
You could do a hell of a lot with $22,000 35 years ago.
Exactly. So he's got that mentality.
Yes.
So can you imagine? He's thinking $25,000. He's thinking like to him, it's like you might as well give him $1 million sort of thing,
Yep.
Okay, he doesn't have the realization that what $25,000 was 35 years ago to today, that it's not worth as much as there's a big difference from
Yes.
from 35 years ago to today, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't realize that. Okay, he doesn't realize that. The only thing he realizes is that maybe 35 years ago he was paying 25 cents for a hot dog, and now he's paying $6 for it at the jail.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, and he can't help that. He cannot help that because when he went to prison, hell, you could probably buy an RC cola and a moon pie for a quarter.
Uh,
Back in '92, things was so much different than they are now.
well, yeah.
I mean, everything was cheaper. I mean, you didn't have $5 gas. Hell, our damn gas here's damn not $5.
Hey, in '92, oh my God, for like $20, I would have filled up my gas tank,
Oh yeah.
if
Oh yeah.
not less. You know?
I guess back then I can remember back in the early part of the late '80s, early '90s, gas wasn't but like 79 cents a gallon.
Mhm.
I can remember when gas was 59 cents a gallon. And
Right.
today it's down now $5. Our gas here is $4.49 right now.
It's
It is
crazy.
costing me 65, 60, anywhere from $60 to $65 to fill my vehicle up. Where normally I could fill it up for less than 40.
Crazy.
Because gas is almost $5 a gallon. And he doesn't even realize that things has changed where he lived. Where he lived is no longer there. I mean, it's there, but it's not what he would come back to.
No.
In his mind, you know, he's going back to where he lived, and it's going to be the same as it was in 92. Oh, no, buddy, it's not. It's not. The town's built up. You're right within 30 minutes of Dollywood. You're in a tourist town. These towns is nothing but tourist towns. You've got motels, hotels just out the yang yang, restaurants. That's not stuff was there 35 years ago.
Well, just think, you bring him in a Walmart and you get to checkout and he sees his checkout, you check out yourself instead of a teller. The guy would freak out. What the hell is this?
35 years ago, gee, there wasn't a Walmart.
Oh, that's true.
There wasn't a Walmart 35 years ago. There wasn't a Costco's. There wasn't a Sam's.
No, it's true. It's true.
You know, you didn't have those places.
It's true. Not even Walmart was around.
No, not 35 years ago. So, when he gets out, I should say, he's coming into something that is going to be emotional shock. It's going to be a physical shock. And it is just going to, I don't know how many more shocks you can put in there. But
Right.
he just doesn't realize what he will be coming back to. And Carolyn says that he's going to need some therapy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He'll definitely
And the
need
thing is, it's not even her, and not only him. She's going to need, because it's not going to be easy with him. Okay? It's not going to be easy.
no.
You're going to have let's say he gets out, you're going to have your honeymoon, whatever period at the beginning. But then when reality sets in, okay? Because he's totally institutionalized,
Yep.
okay? And she's going to need to have patience like she's never had patience in her life. And she's going to have to learn how to understand him and how to, and like it's not going to be easy for either one of them,
No.
okay?
But she's got to love him.
Oh, she'll absolutely, and she'll do whatever she has to do
Yeah,
to get through it. But no matter what, it's not going to be easy.
it's
Okay,
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
it's going to be hard for everybody that's involved, because this guy is used to being told when to eat, being told which way to walk, everything,
People looking over,
everything.
watching him all hours of the day and night. Yeah,
He's never done anything of his own free will.
it's gonna be different. And
Oh.
it's gonna be a major change. But Tasha told him on the phone that him and Carolyn, when he comes home, he only gets 24 hours with her. And then he's coming to her house and breaking that damn horse.
There you go. And that's, you know what? It's like bringing him to nature is probably one of the best things that,
He wants to come to Tasha's so he can ride the horses and
something.
go fishing. He wants to go fishing. The boys said they take him out on the boat, take him fishing on the boat.
Imagine, like, he talks about going to fishing. I mean, it's the most simplest thing, and to think that, like, there's nothing this guy is able to do.
No, no,
Something.
it's going to be a major, major, major change for him.
Yeah. And when you say, like, he's never left the institution, not even like for a doctor's visit or,
No, they do it all in house. It's all done in house. I mean, it's he's been in confinement. He's
But does
not
he have
been
like a
solitary
TV in his
confinement.
cell? Does he have a TV in his room?
Jude, I don't know. I really well. He talks about watching movies and stuff, so yeah, maybe he does. I don't know, but he's watching movies. He can tell you about a whole bunch of movies.
Does he see the news?
Uh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, somebody just joined here. I don't know if this is a real page or not. Look who
Probably
just
not.
joined.
Yeah,
There's 1,600 followers. That's not Carolyn by any chance?
well, that was a picture of her and Gary, but I wouldn't think she'd be on this time of night anyway.
No.
But it's going to be a major disaster for him. I mean, it's going to be a very emotional shock.
Oh, for sure. It's yeah. Because the
He,
world is different. The world he left to the world he would come back to is two different things, like night and day.
yes,
You know, all the technology, everything.
yeah.
You know, but it just blows my mind.
Oh, it's Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. But then I see Gary Wayne Sutton joined.
I didn't
It's
see
that.
her.
You don't see that. It's under Lisa. Hi, Lisa. But underneath Lisa, I see. Okay, well now it's gone. Because I don't want to be talking if it's back.
If she comes in.
Gary Wayne Sutton. I wish could you request up? I just want to know who you are. It's a legitimate page though. There's 1,600 followers.
That's got to be Carolyn. Maybe it's
I don't
Carolyn.
know. Carolyn, is that you? I don't know if it's her.
That's her picture. But I mean, it's just, she's just a strong person's all I can say. A very strong person.
She's gone. Whoever it is, I think she's gone. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this works anymore, so
Don't either.
I can't figure this out. Oh, there's this.
Well, how you doing, Lisa? Hadn't heard or seen you in forever. Well, that's good.
Hope you're doing okay, Lisa. Are you back at work, Lisa? You know, at the end of the day, that's what I. What's going on? Did you play with your phone? Okay, now it's okay. Um, that's the whole thing. Like with this TikTok thing, what they're doing over there, Mama T, Carolyn, all those people. they're using TikTok to do something so positive and to
Yes.
help. Okay. And this is the biggest problem with TikTok is that there's so many people that use it just for pure bullshit and to destroy people's lives.
That's all they
And
want to do.
yeah, okay. And I mean, with this Gary Wayne and whatever, it is just a sign that TikTok can be used for positive things, okay, and good things, not for this bullshit that you see all the time in lives and people trying to hurt people and everything. That's crazy, you know. And it's nice. I mean, oh, congratulations, Lisa. That's great. I'm glad things are going good for you. But you see, that's the thing. It's nice to see the things, if you look at Lisa, you know, no matter what. I mean, she's lived things that we could not even imagine living. And, like, why push people down and what is the point? You know?
They enjoy it. And that to me, I came on TikTok to make friends, and I didn't come into to all the bullshit that started, but to dog people like they do and do what they've done to people. That is it's crazy. It is just I don't understand grown ass people acting like 2 and 3 year olds, 4 year olds. I don't understand it. Never have.
And the worst thing is that most people, if you would take, like, I'm sure that the majority of the people, even the ones that cause trouble morning, noon, and night on here, when they joined TikTok, I don't think they joined it, saying, "Oh, let me go join TikTok and ruin somebody's life." I'm sure they joined it to meet people and, okay, and they fall into something. Look, when I was holding my lives, look at the shit. Even though, yeah, I never said anything and I never did anything, but it was happening on my lives, so I was no matter what, I was responsible. But you know, I'm sure, like most people, join for the same reasons that I joined, to meet people, make new friends, whatever. You don't join here, I'm going to join TikTok and go ruin some lives. I don't think so, anyways.
Well,
But, you know, people should, like, there's a lot of people that should take a look and see something positive, because I see, looking at this Gary Wayne and looking at how many people are coming together for the good, okay? Just trying to help, and they're helping out a stranger. You look at what's been done, okay? It's a stranger. It's a guy sitting in jail that, say whatever you want. A lot of people would say, well, why should I care? But look at all the people that do care,
yeah,
okay? They don't know this guy from a hole in the wall,
no,
okay?
out to try to help, and there
Yeah,
has been so many of them. I mean, there's just no way you can count the people that has come forth to help. And like I said, you have four creators that has became one group with all of their followers, and it's become a group, and it's just like it's a force of reckon, because they're out to do one thing, and that's to bring this man home,
yeah,
and they're doing everything they can to bring him home, and it's good. It's good what these people's doing, the donations, the everything that they've done. But then you go over here to this other side, and it is just it's nasty, pitiful that adults act like they do. I cannot believe a bunch of damn adult people doing what they do, and they don't let it die. it just goes on and on and on and on. It's never died. Never. And it's still going strong today, I guess.
I don't know. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Never. That's it. And like I said today, like, okay, it's my first live after many, many months. And that's it. Like, you come in, whatever, but check the bullshit at the door. Let's keep it positive. And look, we've been on live now since 9 o'clock. And it's what, 12:30. And it's been smooth sailing all the way through.
That's true, Lisa. You've got to choose to walk away. And when Mama T walked away, that was the best thing she ever done. And she walked away from it. But she's still getting dogged like crazy. And she hasn't even been on TikTok, far as been on that side, in months. But she's still getting dogged.
Yeah, but look at what she's doing. What she's doing is amazing. Amazing. Okay. It's
But
honestly amazing. She's put together so many people. Okay. It's amazing what they're doing. The whole bunch of them. It's amazing what they're doing.
yep,
Okay. And they're all doing it, with, they're doing it from the goodness of their heart because there's nothing guaranteed in anything. Okay. They're just doing it for the goodness of their heart and doing whatever they need to do, they're doing it.
yep,
Okay, and it's quite something. Like tonight when that lady showed the pens, I don't know, I saw pens and other things. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
it's just, that, like I said, you got two creators there that, well, no, it's four creators, has just, they've all joined their forces together and they're making an impact on something that's good.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people needs to, I guess, take lessons.
I'm telling you, when I was watching, I don't know if it was last night or this morning. Yeah, it was, I think this morning. And there was one of them, she had to go, I don't know, grab her kid from school or whatever. She had a bunch of things to do. And it was like, okay, and then they handed it off to somebody else to take over, so somebody else went live. Like it just kept going and going and going, a total team effort. Okay, the whole thing is a team effort, and that's what it is, and for the good. Okay, and if you look at whether it's like this side of TikTok, that whatever you want to call it. Okay, but if you look at the people that, you know, are, like I say our side, but the people that we know, okay, if all these people just put their head, focus on something positive and, it could be anything, but do something positive.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? All you got to do is go into Gary Wayne Sutton, follow that for 24 hours, not even, and see what positive will bring you.
yeah. But people don't do that. People don't do that. You just you pick and choose where you go and you walk away from the bad and let it go. And that's what she's done, but she's still getting talked about, and just bullshit flying around about her and everything else. And it's just, you know, like she says, Mama, I've walked away and that's it.
That's it. And no matter what, you know what? She's better than it all, and that's it. Screw it, and that's it. She does her thing. She knows what she's doing. She's doing something now that matters. Okay, and it does. Okay,
And
there's nothing. There's nothing that matters. You know,
If you look at when I was doing my lives, you tell me one sentence that came out of anybody's mouth that mattered. Nothing. It was bullshit from start to finish. Okay? And that's it. So she's in a better place. She's doing something that's important. She's doing something positive, and that's it. And, you know, I mean, I'm every time I go in there, and I'm in there quite a bit, I'm amazed, like seriously amazed to sit there and listen. And, I don't talk, I don't say nothing because, I'm not, what am I going to say? I have nothing to bring to the table. But, to listen to all of them, like there's that guy, Pappy, whatever, Mama T, Carolyn, it is amazing to listen to all these people, the whole bunch of them, okay? Just fight for something that they believe in or someone that they believe in and what they're doing as a team, okay? It's
Yeah.
amazing. And it's the way it should be, okay? It's the way it should be. And I think that a lot of people could learn from stopping by one of those pages.
Yeah.
Because if you want to see what TikTok, what somebody can do in TikTok, just jump into one of those pages and you'll see what, you know. And that's
Well,
it. And the sad part is that there's a lot of people that bullshit that they need this and they need money and they need whatever, and there's a lot of bullshit. But there are people that are sincere and need help, and it doesn't mean they need financial help. They might just need moral support. They might just need a kind word.
yeah.
Okay, but there's so much bullshit that's the people are more interested in the bullshit than somebody who could be sincere.
Well, you remember back it's been, 6 months? And that girl committed suicide on TikTok.
Imagine,
How long's that been?
imagine.
6 months?
I think it was well, yeah, probably close to it. I think it was after Christmas. I think you told me that,
Yeah. Because she was bullied so bad on
and
TikTok.
you were saying that there was people in the chat telling her to do it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, but if I was in a live and somebody did that, okay, how do you live with yourself that you're egging her on? How do you live with yourself that she actually did it?
I don't know. But they said she had the camera. I mean, she physically done it. They
Yeah, yeah.
seen it.
It was all over the news. I saw
Yep.
it on the news. Okay.
All because of being bullied.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. It just kills me to know that you got adults out there that act like that. And it just, I don't know. I guess I could understand it if they were 15, 16-year old, maybe batting one another over a boy or something. You hear that all the time. But grown ass adults? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
And
That,
you know what the funny thing is that, and I mean, I haven't, what I did my lives for what, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever. So, but I mean, I've been around for, let's say, well, since Lieutenant Dan, okay? And with all the people that I've seen in lives, doesn't most of them I've never spoken to them, but that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of people do a lot of shit on these things. But most of the people are very intelligent people, people that have talent. Okay, they're talented people. They're not stupid people. Okay,
no,
like they're not. You can see that they're not, and yet you know, like put it to better use. Put it to better use.
yep. but they don't. So that, that's on them. That's on them. And that just, it kind of makes me believe they ain't got a friend in the world. They don't have a friend outside of TikTok.
It's very
Or what?
possible.
I mean, what they have can't be much because the way they act, I just don't see anybody wanting to be a friend with a bunch of jackasses. But I mean, that's my opinion.
Well, I did one live, and I'm gonna do another one. I don't know when, but and I'm gonna hold my. This time I'm in control. Nobody else. And you know what? It's like do it for the positive, and the bullshit, like take it somewhere else. Not interested at all. Okay. And
You're gonna have to set your boundaries, stand your ground, or whatever, and stick to it. And if they want
there's
to come in, they'll come in. If they don't, let them go somewhere else.
exactly. And there's no, there's no chances. It's like one strike and you're out. That's it.
Yep.
There's no chance. Okay. And I think that if I do go live, everybody knows me well enough. Yeah, it's like I let it happen. I got wrapped up in all of it. Man, you know what? I know how it works now.
But the one thing you learned from it, and you learned not to let it happen again.
But you know where I learned is by listening. What do they call it? The window lick.
Yes.
After when I stopped listening to lives, and I don't see that much because I don't have many, I didn't have many. I got rid of all the followers. And but I think what got me the most is the site on YouTube where all those lives are. And when I saw there was my lives there, because there's like quite a few of them, okay, and I listened to every single one, okay, and some of them are really long, but I listened to every single one, and I could not believe that I was a part of that, even though I never said anything. Nothing bad ever came out of my mouth. I never talked about anybody. I, you know, it didn't come out of my mouth. But you know what? On the site, the name of the post is Heyjude's life. It's me, and the little box in the corner is me. And listening to those lives, that's like that's like taking a good look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, I was seriously, I mean, with every live I listened to, like seriously ashamed. And ever since then, and I mean, I've told you this, how many times have I heard people say, they'll bring up things that happen. Oh yeah, in Jude's life. Oh yeah, that happened in Jude's life. Oh yeah, everything happened in Jude's life.
Well, it just wasn't yours. It happened everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, but a lot of people enjoy it. And if you know what, if that's your thrill, knock yourself out. Have fun.
Yeah,
Okay?
I agree.
So, and the way I see it is that many times in those lives I asked, don't do it, don't do it, stop. Nobody listened to me. Nobody had any respect for me. That was one thing I got out of it. Listening to them, okay? There was no respect for me in there. Because everybody, the people that came there, they knew how I felt.
But the thing about it is, though, that's what the whole thing boils down to they have no respect for themselves, let alone anybody else. If you
True.
don't have respect for yourself, then how can you respect somebody else? And
That's
that's
true.
probably what it boils down to.
That's true. You know, I keep thinking one of the things I remember Carrie telling me there's a difference between a friend and an acquaintance. And that is probably the truest thing that I've learned on TikTok. Is there's a big difference between a friend and an acquaintance. A big
And you know,
difference.
chances are, I mean, and I know I'm going next week and I'm going to meet a lot of these creators off of TikTok that has been working on that side, the better side. I'll be meeting several creators on Wednesday, but you know, that's what you call a group of people that sticks together.
Yeah.
And then you've got these over here that don't care. They just want to drag somebody through the mud. The more they can drag through the mud, the better off they are. They thrive on it. I don't want to socialize with anybody like that. But now I'll be the first one to say you piss me off and I'm gonna tell it like it is. I don't care. You make me mad enough and I'm coming straight at you.
But
But
the people like, you know, in whatever, Carolyn's or Mama T, that group right now, okay, that they're not, um, they're leaving their egos at the door, okay? They're all working for the benefit of one thing.
yep,
And I'm sure that, you know, I mean, in any life, you know, somebody will say something that, you know, somebody else doesn't really like or whatever. But their egos have, they've stopped all that. There's none of that, okay? Their focus is on one thing, that man who's sitting on death row. That's it. And they're doing what they have to do. And it doesn't mean that they all like each other, and it doesn't mean, maybe they do and maybe they don't. And maybe some don't and some do. But they're putting everything aside for the benefit of that guy. And that is teamwork.
but you know the thing about it is, and I'll say this: you may not agree with something I say. I may not agree with what you say. But the thing about it is, I'd come to you and I'd say, "Hey, you know, you said this, and I don't like it." You agree to disagree and go on.
Exactly.
Now, you know, if you don't like me, you think I'm going to lose sleep over that? I don't think so. Because I got people right around here where I live don't like me, but I don't give a flying shit. If you don't like me, so what?
You're
I
just a
don't
mean
like
old
you either.
woman. You're just a mean old woman.
I mean, that's it. If you don't like me, that's fine. I ain't going to lose no sleep over it.
Oh, be quiet. You're the kindest person I know. Be quiet.
Just the thing about it is, I probably don't like you to start with.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, it's just the way I am. But everybody agrees to disagree and go on.
But when you work as a team, and that those people are the proof of what working as a team can do. What working as a teamwork, what teamwork can do. They are the proof, 100%.
Well, I
Hey,
will
in
tell you. I will.
24 hours, these people managed to raise like $23,000. That's not peanuts,
Nope,
okay?
it's not. It's not.
No, you know, it is amazing, and it's totally selfless. Okay, they're doing this for, you know, everybody's helping out. They don't know, these people don't know this man. They're doing it, okay, for the good, for what they believe in, and they're, you know, it's totally amazing. I know that
I listen. I've listened to more lately than you know in the last months there because I mean I have a hard time listening to it, and I don't know if it's because of the death penalty thing or what, but I find it's hard to listen. It's hard. Okay, it comes to get you. I know that when he goes on Tuesdays.
Yes.
I can't stay the whole time that he's there. I have to walk away from it. I find it's because I listen to him talk and knowing the situation and he's talking and the times I've heard him, he's upbeat, he's laughing, he's joking. He's talking like he doesn't have a care in the world.
That's
And
exactly
and
right.
all I can think of is this poor guy like I mean when he puts his head on his pillow, what is going through his mind? Okay. And then you hear him, he talks like he doesn't have a care in the world and this, and I'm saying, like, where does he get the strength to be like this? I don't know, you know? And you have to think that because I live in Canada, we don't have that death penalty. So I can't even say, like, am I a believer? Am I not a believer? We don't have it. So for me, this is not normal. Okay. For me, you knock somebody off, they throw you inside for 25 years, and that's it. You're out. Goodbye. Okay, to stay for your whole life, you'd have to do something like really, really bad. Like you'd have to knock off like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like usually a life it's 25, and that's it. You're out. You do your 25 years, and then you go. Okay. So that's why it's like I have a hard time listening to him when he goes on. You know,
But when he does go on, like you said, he's upbeat,
100%.
talking, laughing, and it's just, I don't know. Like he's got a lot of joy in his voice. I
He
mean,
does.
he
He
just,
does.
maybe it's because, this has just become a fact of life for him. I don't know. But he doesn't say anything that would make you think that he's even on death row.
No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, he's not asking for sympathy or nothing. I mean, that's just like, well, I sent you pictures of that he made Mama T. And let me tell you something, that man is damn good at what he does.
Yeah, yeah, he makes some beautiful things.
Oh, let me tell you something, and can paint. Oh, I mean, his paintings are just gorgeous. And it's all done by hand. Everything he does is by hand. And well, Carolyn picked it up. The thing that he made, Mama T, that thing right there is beautiful. The
Yeah,
de- the detail on it is amazing. But to know that, he made that for somebody that he's never met, but he's talked to her.
yeah.
And they've become to have a bond. Tasha's got a bond with Carolyn that is just out of this world. And well, there's Pappy, which Pappy lives in Nashville. Him and Tasha, they've bonded. I know Pappy back quite a few years ago.
Oh, you know him. You know him personally.
No, I do not know him. I know him from TikTok.
Okay.
He done a lot of missing people. He had lives, about missing people. And I watched them when this Sebastian Rogers was kidnapped. Or, well, not kidnapped. They don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. Um, he had some lives on that. And there was several other people in there that They come to Nashville. They searched for him. Like I said, he lives in Nashville, but he met up with them, and they all went and searched for this kid. In the meantime of searching for this kid, they had a college student to come in from out of state, and he got, well, don't know what happened, but he drowned it on the lake or Cumberland River. And they were in the parts of searching for his body. Well, they were talking about it on the live and everything. And that's how I met Pappy. So I've known Pappy probably 2 or 3 years, couple years, just by seeing him, in these lives and stuff. And then I met him. I actually physically met him about when Tasha went to Nashville and met Carolyn when she got all the transcripts and stuff from court. Pappy come over, and I met him then. But yeah, I've met him in person. Ooh. And I've met Carolyn, and like I said, we're going up on Wednesday to where Carolyn lives. And I know there's going to be about 25 or 30 off of this page that's coming up there. So I'll get to meet a lot of them.
Wow, that's going to be amazing next week.
Yeah, it's going to be on Wednesday. I think we're going up Tuesday. Carolyn's granddaughter is playing a softball game. It's some kind of little tournament. And she wants Tasha to come up and see her play ball. Well, ball's right down Tasha's alley.
Yeah, of course.
So she told me today that we'll probably go up Tuesday and take little man over into Gatlinburg, Sevierville, somewhere over in there, Gatlinburg or whatever they call that shit, and let him ride go-karts or something other during the day. And then we're going to go to the ball game Tuesday night, and then we're going to go back up there Wednesday for the vigil they're having for Gary. And then they're having all the creators that's coming in. They're going to have a big cookout and stuff for them.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, we'll do that on Wednesday.
Is that girl, she's country, going to be there?
Yes. Now, since he's not going to have a court trial, see, they were all coming in for the trial.
Right.
Was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Since they've stayed it, I don't know if she's coming in or not. I hadn't really heard. But I know there's several people that's coming.
Oh, yeah, because I heard she had gotten permission to go.
Yes, yes.
But, okay, so that might change for her. She seems like such a cool lady, that one there.
Oh, honey, she's a mess.
What do you mean she's a mess?
She's just a mess.
In which way?
In a good way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's a character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
But
so
she
you
seems...
get what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. But she seems like somebody somebody I'd like to meet. She seems so cool. And she's so, I find, like, because I've listened to some of her live, she's just non-judgmental at all. She's just, like, she listens and, yeah. She seems like a pretty cool lady.
And see, she was the very first one that started deep diving into Gary's case. She's the first one. She actually is the one that brought it to everybody's attention. She's the first one went down and started deep diving in that. And then she met Carolyn. They talked, and Carolyn and her talked for a while before it ever went anywhere else. And then all of a sudden, everybody else got on there with her, and it just become one huge ordeal. but She Country is actually the first one to deep dive into Gary's case.
And how did Mama T and Carolyn get together?
Oh, you know, it was in a live, and they got to talking, and I guess it just really went from there. I mean, it all come about into a live.
Who's this?
I don't know. Don't know who.
Alberta's Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany.
Oh, okay.
Confrontational Queen. Where'd you get that name? Seriously.
I hadn't seen her in a long time either.
Yeah. But she changes their name 3 times a week, that one there.
But yeah, it's just a whole lot of.
She writes every 7 days. How you doing, Tiffany? Is everything good? Are you staying out of trouble? I'm glad. Yeah, everything's fine with us. The kids are good, Tiffany? Everything all right? I think Nana T's choking.
Right.
I heard you coughing. I said, oh, there she goes. She has
Well,
a bad
Jim,
habit, right?
that's just a bad habit. Cigarette cough.
Exactly. It's past our bedtime. You know that, eh? And you just lit another one. Are you
No,
sitting out? Oh, I thought I heard a lighter. Are you sitting outside?
no, I ain't outside. I done come
Oh.
in.
Tiffany,
Oh,
what's the weather? What's the weather where you are? Where she lives, Nana T, it could be freaking 90 degrees today, and tomorrow it's snowing. She has fucked up weather over there. It's incredible.
well, evidently you do too.
Yeah, this year really. But I'm telling you, I remember, like, I have a nephew that lives in Calgary, and anyways, one in Edmonton. And I'm telling you, one day it could be hot, 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 and the next day it's freezing. It's so weird. Now she moved on.
The weather here's been screwed up this year.
But that's really going to be fun next week for you guys. You're going to have to do the video calls. I want to meet She's Country. You have to introduce me to her.
Okay.
I think she's pretty cool.
If she's there.
Oh, yeah, it's true. If she's there.
You know, just because there's not a trial next week doesn't mean he won't have one, but it just ain't gonna happen next week. So she may,
Not be able to come.
she might not come to this one and save it so she can come for the trial. And then again, she may come in. I don't know. I really hadn't heard her say. But
How
I'll
how
ask,
long does she have to like report to these people? Like, is it ever going to end for her?
she's told how long she's on probation, but I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't know. I know she done 16 years. I do know that.
Holy
And
shit.
well, it was eight. It was 8 and 8. She got out after 8 years, and she screwed up. I don't know what all she done, but she screwed up, and she went back for another 8. And she got out, and she's on probation, but I'm not quite sure, um, you know, what it is.
Right.
But I know she had to get permission to leave the state.
And she's in where is she her?
She's in Texas.
In Texas, okay. Well, it's a lot for these people.
I mean, you've got, all right, say she's coming from Texas. You've got 3 or 4 that's coming from Kentucky, which, Kentucky's really not that far from us. There's some coming out of Mississippi. I don't know. They're just coming from different states.
Right.
And, they're coming to the courts to support a man that they don't know. And they know off of TikTok. And that right there in itself tells a lot.
Of course.
That in itself tells a lot.
No, of course.
But
It's a
yeah,
big
I see. I know Pappy's going up. Me and Tasha's going up. That's 3 from right here, close to us. I know the ones that's coming out of Kentucky. I don't know if she country's coming in or not. I hadn't. I know she was coming, but since they not gonna have court, I don't know if she's coming or not. I hadn't. I could ask Tasha tomorrow because I'm pretty sure she's talked to her. But
and where's Carolyn doing this? Is she doing it like at that place where she showed last week there with the dam and up on the mountain?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the cookout's gonna be.
Okay.
But they're wanting to do a big cookout and everything, and that's going to be on Wednesday. And they kind of want to have a quiet little. Well, it ain't a protest. I guess they call it a vigil for
Okay.
him there at the courthouse. I'm not sure what time she said to do that. What did she say anything about a time? I don't know. She may have said what time it was. I don't know. I'll have to ask Tasha.
It's quite something. She's a very strong woman, this Carolyn lady.
Absolutely, she's a strong woman. And she's humble. She's just humble.
Totally. Totally. She's very kind. Like you just looking at her, you see how kind she is.
Yeah. She's our age.
She's that old?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't think she was.
Gary's 61. Yeah, I think Carolyn's 60, 59, 60. She's right there at our age.
It's quite something. She's. I mean, what a life. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, Jude, I think I'm fixing to get off and go to bed.
I know. Me too. Like we're way past our bedtime now.
Well, I'll go to sleep for about an hour and a half, and I'll be back up.
Oh God.
I always wake up 2:30. That's normal.
Well, have fun. I'll be snoring away.
Not me. I more than likely I'll be back awake no
And
later than 2:30.
you'll stay up for the night?
No, I'll go back to sleep. I
Oh,
normally
okay.
drink me a cup of coffee and flip through TikTok.
And then you go back to bed
Yep.
after a cup of coffee.
Yeah, coffee don't bother me.
Oh no, I'm out till 6. I'll get up at 6.
I'll probably be up about 5:30, quarter to 6, because these dogs didn't get to go out because it's raining.
Oh, so
So
they're gonna want to go out.
yeah, they probably have my ass up at 5 o'clock wanting to go outside.
There you go. All right, my dear, go to bed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, don't get in any trouble.
Well, I'm not. I'm fixing to curl up in the bed. I'll talk
All
to
right.
you tomorrow.
Okay. Good
All right.
night.
Good
Okay.
night.
Bye.